There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's scrim to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma. Another win, oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down. Wow! Every week we'll recap and flow. Tune in for this little piggy show. From revenge porn to felony, it's a circus, can't you see? The toe is bent, the goal is spent. His empire crumbles, all hell sent. April's playlist on repeat. Aaron's lies we can't defeat. The countdown's on, it won't take long to see this piggy squeal his song. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down. Wow! Every week we'll recap and flow. Tune in for this little piggy show. Oh, this little piggy ain't missing a thing. Just sit back, laugh, and watch the king.
Welcome to this little dabble point, a weekly roundtable discussion about the Steel Toe Morning Show, the show hosted by a fictional character with cum breath, played by Aaron Imholt. I'm Carl from the Isotopes. With me today is Moody from This Little Piggy. What's up, Moody?
Yeah, I don't know why you sent it to me. Isn't Shirley supposed to be here instead?
Yeah, I get confused. What day is it? Patrick from Nobody Likes Onions is here. What's up, Big Sauce?
Hi.
And Tukey from Thursday Night Hackdown. What's up, Tukey?
Shirley, thanks.
Coming up later, Review Girl Megan with Is It Gay making its debut here on This Little Piggy.
Wow.
Very, very exciting stuff. But first, I want to remind everybody.
Hey, a few more of those 20s. I'm a happy pig.
That's right. This is This Little Piggy. We're talking about our buddy Aaron. And wow, what a week this week. It started with the Beggy Monster in full force. Mm-hmm. And what happened with the Coach Scott saga, Aaron trying to get out in front of it. And then the episode of Nobody Likes Onions. Go watch that right now if you haven't watched it yet, where we watched the entire interview.
leave the show. It's Carl's channel this week. Who cares?
Right. Go watch that if you haven't seen it, because it's the full interview with Coach Scott, who, by the way, is a giant piece of shit, garbage human being, according to Aaron Imholt.
A cunt.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
A recent real good friend and confidant, but now just a giant pile of shit. Just the worst guy ever. And everyone knows it, too.
Is this what it's called? Is this snaking? Is this what he means by he got snaked?
I don't know.
You know, Aaron,
who got
Aaron
snaked?
Aaron says
Keanu
like
stabbed him in the back. Is this
got
stabbing?
Is this him snaking Scott?
No, guys.
Is this what happened here?
Hold on. Aaron does no wrong. What happened was Aaron was actually sticking up for this guy because he was being his friend. He knew he was a giant piece of garbage all along, but he was pretending he was a great guy because Aaron's such a good dude. And then eventually the truth had to come out.
Right.
God forbid Scott doesn't want his gym full of bed bugs. God forbid.
Well, I love that he talks about how he's racist, and it gets pretty wild. Anyway, I want to get all into that. I wrote down a lot of notes when I was watching your program last night, and some highlights that I have, and I want to hear what you guys thought as well. I definitely want to talk about Aaron's hot takes on the Stuttering John Lowell suit. This guy really knows everything there is to know about the law, whether it's criminal or civil. He's got his fingers on the pulse. He knows
he's
what's up.
He's in LawTube now. When
Right.
LawTubers are on, his audience is down. But also when LawTubers aren't there, his audience is also down.
His audience is down. We'll talk about that. maybe don't focus on the numbers so much. They can tend to backfire. Kevin Brennan. Seems like a dumb idea to brag about that, only to see your numbers dwindle away. So, yeah, there's a lot to discuss on that front. His legal analysis is lacking, I would say. If he is a law tuber, he might want to analyze something or explain why something's good or bad or right or wrong.
Yeah, you don't think I told you so is good legal analysis?
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I've read that these guys are fucked. They're fucked. I'm not going to tell you why, but they're fucked.
What is that? Is that Aaron talking about the case or talking about his kids?
Everything. They're pushing our shit in, kids. They're pushing our shit in.
we played it on I think WATP this week. It was really funny because in the morning show, Aaron goes, "I hate to say I told you so, guys. I hate to do it, but here we are. I told you so," referring to the lol suit. And then in the evening, he goes, "I fucking love telling you I told you so. I love doing this." Like, I can't figure out which one it is here. Let's talk about this new narrative that Aaron's had in the last 2 weeks because he got caught lying. And so he goes, "Guys, I'm not lying. I'm just talking shit.
Right.
It's not a lie. I'm just making jokes and talking shit."
Mr. Tell Me When I'm Telling Lies has now turned into, "You're a fool."
Yeah, you're a
the
fool if you
idiot.
think I'm not telling lies. Why wouldn't I be telling lies? Of course. So he's going with this new narrative that his show is 100% fake.
Yeah. Coincidentally happened at the same time as he went with a new lawyer.
You think this was some guidance that he received?
I think so. I think he said
that the words SJW and stalker are being used like many times a show now, and like he hasn't said that in forever. And he did call me an online stalker in his HRO petition.
Right.
So there's something he's trying to reinforce some narrative that like if you talk about me, you're stalking me. It's like okay.
He said this weird thing the other day. I'll be more specific, but he said this weird thing the other day where he's like, these people, these SJWs are so triggered by me punching other people in the sport of boxing, you know, the sacred art of pugilism. They're so triggered by me punching other people that they're calling these gyms and trying to get me shut down. They're calling the boxing gyms where people punch each other, telling them that I punch people.
Yeah,
he thinks it's about him punching people that he wants to get canceled. That they want to get him canceled.
The guys in the Discord are all super soft, and they don't like that Aaron's a shock jock. He's been bringing that up lately too. It's like, yeah, they just don't like me because I'm a shock jock. You know, it's
the
crazy.
idea that like people are calling all these gyms and according to Aaron's own words, he's like, they're calling all these gyms and they're like, we don't know who that is. And it's like, well, then how's Aaron getting word of it? How's Aaron hearing about?
That's the most
all
insane
gyms
thing. When you talk about fan fiction, that was the most insane thing. There's one thing to come up with theories and, you know, maybe guess on what people are thinking or what their motives are. But for him to say that all of his haters are calling around to all the gyms and going, "Is Aaron there? Is he working out right now? Is Aaron coaching?
Yeah.
We don't know who Aaron is. Fuck you." They're all getting pissed off, slamming the phone down. It's like, yeah, there's absolutely no way.
Has anyone called for me? My name is Aaron Imhoff.
Exactly. Yeah,
I knew it.
What
a bunch of liars.
He's
Do I
calling
have
around.
any messages?
He really thinks he's a big deal, and yet his audience is dwindling, and he's had to talk about that quite a bit.
Also,
And
how many gyms, how many boxing gyms are in St. Cloud? Because he
Boxing
says, like,
gyms?
you can't find my boxing gym. I've gone away from Scott's gym.
I don't think it's a legit gym. I think it's like a Fight Club situation, right? There's some
Right.
guy's basement.
in the
It's
basement.
an adult movie theater.
I said it's like a loser lunch table that they're forming. They've all been like, you know, like kicked out of boxing gyms. They're all not allowed to coach. So they're all relegated to like start their we'll start our own.
Or it's a place where guys go to escape from their wives and fuck other guys.
Yes. No, ma'am. It's no, ma'am.
Yes.
You're right. So that's a little cooler than a bathhouse, as Tukey was describing just now.
Then Avery's mum like knocks on the basement door every so often, asking them if they want chicken nuggets. Like, you got your friends around, Avery?
Sunny D.
All right, so we'll get into the boxing stuff. I just want to finish up the discussion about the audience. And Aaron has said recently the numbers are bad. The numbers are way down. I don't really watch live, but I've heard people report back that we're under 100 for the evening show on YouTube. Not good. Not good for what his business model is. His business
It
model
depends
is...
on what not good means, Carl. Like
I'll explain.
the
but
quality of those people. Like it might be down, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's better, but down.
Gosh, I feel like if you said something like there's less people watching, but that's a good thing because they're better people that I want to have watching, I feel like you could describe that as coping. That would be like a cope. I don't know.
It's just him shedding the extra weight before the new audience actually finds him. Because if someone was looking for a good show before and they tuned into his show, they'd hear drama, which is gay.
Right.
So now they'll tune in next time. Like he just needs to wait for those people to tune in again.
Yeah, if you like drama, that was so 2024. Like 2024, that was the year like be into drama and still be cool. But now 2025, you're into drama. Well, I mean, grow up. We're adults here. What are we doing?
Also, you can't grow your numbers with good people. Like there are less good people, Carl. So like if you want the quality of your viewership to go up, the numbers have to go down. You can't attract more good people.
Hold on, let me write this down. I had no idea.
There's a base number of smart, good listeners, and that's the number. Like, so you can't grow once you pinpoint exactly the quality of listener you want. You will stay stagnant. That's just the rule of radio.
He doesn't give a shit as long as those same 5 idiots who give him money every day are in there. He's fine. Yeah.
Well,
there's literally a handful of dummies.
Tukey, he did say
what?
He goes, I don't care if we have fewer viewers as long as we hit the goal.
Yes, of course.
He's saying the quiet part out loud. He's just like, I don't give a shit.
Life.
Yeah, if he talked to one person who decided that his program was worth $300 every morning, he'd be like, this is great. I'm making my living. It's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
I love that we've gone from an era which he apologized for, which is the April era of the show, to when he said like November to April, we sucked. I'm gonna level with you guys. We sucked, and now it turns out we went from actually one apology to another apology because that turned into the drama show at that point.
Right.
So the Steel Toe show, according to Aaron, has sucked for like the last 3-4 years.
Which goes against what he told us last April when he was going through the divorce. When he was like, dude, Steel Toe's about to get so good. I'm about to be able to say anything I want without that stupid bitch April over my shoulder. Steel Toe's about to get so good.
But that's why we all watch, because this is just a man losing his mind every day about the goal, about his personal life. Like, who seriously
reinventing himself like on the hour? You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen anybody just constantly go like, no, here's what we're doing. No, here's what we're doing.
He reinvents himself, but then it's like his body is like magnetically attracted to going back to exactly how he was before. So it just always comes back.
It takes 30 days to form a habit, but he can never last 30 days to form a new habit.
But this using social justice warriors out of nowhere all of a sudden really confirmed to me that he's starting to lose his mind. Because he's just reaching for anything now.
He did this before. He did this like a year ago. I think around this time last year, he started talking about the social justice warriors, right? Because it was like some Discord discussions
at my gym. He said that. He said they're trying to get me canceled at my gym. It's like, what?
It's like, you know, those Japanese soldiers who were like in the mountains for like decades after World War II that like came out thinking that they were still at war. That's what Aaron's like with this social justice warrior stuff. It's like no one said social justice warrior in a decade.
Right.
It's
so
like
we've all moved on from that.
Yeah, it's like.
But he thinks that's like an insult that will be biting to the detractors.
Is Charlie in the room with us right now?
Right.
They want me dead. They want me dead. You all want me dead, but I'm still alive. I will survive.
The ghost of Mr. P. That's the vibe he puts out.
Yes.
Like these fucking Japs.
Yes.
Like, all right, they're gone.
The way that Aaron operates, and we've pointed this out before, is very cyclical. So I'm sure a few months from now, he'll be talking all drama again, and he'll get back into that. And
what do you mean a few months from now? He's already back.
That is true.
It's all about drama again.
I know. He can't help himself. He sees a comment, he starts reading it. I have some examples we'll talk about today.
He called Patrick a pedophile yesterday.
I have that. I have that clip. Yeah, for sure. I know. This fucking guy knows everything about the law. And when Patrick played a clip of Coach Scott, oh, he's in trouble, that pedophile. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Moody said that since I played the Coach Scott interview last night that he has said he talked to his lawyer and his lawyer said, we got him.
Yeah.
It's like,
we got him, guys.
We did? Huh? We got him. Kids, you'll be all right. We got him. The man that made horrible jokes about you. We got him. It's fine, kids. You can go to school now. We've got him.
This is a different attorney. It's a different attorney than the one that told him he was going to get a slap on the wrist and $50 fine for a felony, right?
Correct.
So
yeah,
this
he
one we can
currently has
trust.
3 attorneys, so I understand your confusion.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But what I love about Aaron, one of the things I find fascinating about him, And I brought this up with Stuttering John. Stuttering John's a guy who goes 0-16 in an NFL season and doesn't change the playbook for the next year. Like, they don't fire any coaches. They're like, we just keep on this. Eventually, we'll push through. Aaron
Carl,
continues
if you
to make
strike a match. You don't just switch to a lighter the first time it doesn't go. You got to keep trying.
I think 3 or 4 years in, I would probably switch to a lighter. I'd probably be like, this matchbook's just not going to happen. But Aaron keeps doing the same things over and over again, and it keeps failing for him. This new thing that he's doing, where he's saying that this is all a character, everyone knows that. Nothing I say is real or true. Everything's fake. Is that a good long-term strategy? Would you tune into a show where the host is like, yeah, this is just totally a made-up character that I play only when the camera's on, and then I'm a completely different guy?
Have you ever heard of Alex Jones? Carl?
Alex Jones used that same defense.
Or
Right.
Opie.
Opie has also used that defense. Also, Robin Quivers did it at a certain point where she explained that she was just playing a character.
And Hitler.
Well, what was Hitler's show? I haven't even tuned into that one.
Can't be. You missed it.
Oh, okay. That's too bad.
Not on anymore.
That's too
Well,
bad.
he did say that me playing characters through a puppet was very gay. So I'm very gay for being a character. So I am a proud gay character. Tukey is a proud gay character. Yay!
I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm glad you came out.
Thank
finally.
you.
All right, let's
Yeah,
get
it really does seem like it's him trying to distance himself from his words. Like that's all that is.
Yeah.
Tukey doesn't look so stupid now, does he, Aaron?
I mean, my character says that Sandy Hook didn't happen.
Right.
I mean, my character's out of his mind. I don't know if you know that. He says some wild shit.
I love Aaron's spiel about Tukey saying like, Rocco, Tukey, this guy takes the internet way too seriously.
Yes.
You're literally talking to a puppet. Like, that's where it's at.
The other funny thing that Aaron does, he does this to people in the chat that he doesn't like. It's like, you're on the internet way too much. Aaron's on the internet 8 hours a day that we can see.
Yes.
He's literally staring at me from the internet 8 hours a day.
He made a graph of what we can't see.
Right.
Right. He's provably. So like it's a quantifiable fact that Aaron's on the internet way more than most of us. But maybe he's changed his ways. What do we know about him now? He still streams about 8 hours a day. He's still he's in touch with every boxing gym in St. Cloud somehow. He knows everything that's going on in the Discords. He knows everything that's happening on Reddit. I can't describe a more terminally online person because it's not just the time that he's on the show, which is also internet time because that's who pays his bills. It's people from the internet. But outside of that, for him to get context about his life is also all internet time. I know how
But the character is the one on the internet, not Aaron Imholt.
Right. It's the character.
So Aaron's just not doing anything for 8 hours a day.
Hello, children. Today I'll be playing the character of your daddy.
All right. If you want to donate money to my buddy John Melendez and his attorney, Tapper Benedict, you can do that at supertip.gg/WATP.
Lady K, you called me the F slur twice the other day.
I did.
I would sue you again. But Benedict said statements of fact aren't actionable.
That's good. I like that. Thanks for
I don't know
too.
about you, Tukey, but I'm feeling a bit left out with all these lawsuits going around.
No,
You
I'm
and I-
very grateful to be left out of all this. Please do not sue Tukey. I have nothing.
I do love watching from afar. It's so much more fun.
Yes, it is much more.
It's very funny still, but then you have to keep sending thousands of dollars to a man.
If they serve Rocco or Tukey, does Tukey need to does Rocco need to put the puppet on to get
Shut up.
served?
Shut up.
might be worth trying to see what happens.
Tukey will be there. Tukey will be wherever if there is a place for all of us to gather for a court appearance, Tukey will be there.
Same.
We're getting a red carpet too.
Neelax 44.
Coach Scott is a real stand-up guy, a true salt-of-the-earth mentor. Nothing bad to say about him.
Aaron doesn't have that dog in him. He's a bit of a WOMAN.
Coach Scott, a garbage person who hates black people.
Which pretty much sums it up right there. Principal uncertainty coming in.
Coach Scott.
I didn't get to finish NLO. Some dude called Gay Johnny was worried they were there because he interacted with kids. Quite the cliffhanger.
Hunter Duke coming in.
We need to raise funds for the Coach Scott Donuts and Coffee meetup at Hackamania 3.
This show is gay, so gay. Clubfoot gay, puppet gay, humpback gay, kiwi gay, gay turnoff spamming.
Love the Chad text chat. Check out Bedabbler Patteron.
Doesn't know Patreon?
Thank you.
He spelled it wrong.
Oh, he did.
It
Okay.
was a good try.
Danny Poopy coming in.
Mein Kampf mit dem Ziel. Zeigto.
No, Aaron's always saying that. It's his catchphrase.
What does that mean?
I'll tell you afterwards. Tuki's hilarious. Hi, Carl. I like you. Also, you're funny. That's it. Why is Zohan Moldavi on the podcast still waiting for Chip Super Tip? Oh, yeah. We got to get Chip on here. I got to add the editor to put that together for me. Ben C. 49. This isn't real. Everything is fake. So I call Coach Scott a racist. Seems actionable. Is there a YouTube lawyer in the chat? Yeah, he says some wild things about real people, not just internet people. These internet people we can say whatever the fuck we want about, but there's some real people.
Aaron's point of view, after reviewing some footage, is that he's able to call people things like racist and pedophile based on things that they've said, which has led him to reasonably believe that they are those things. So,
He has actually said in the past that you can't say that it's a character you do or it's a joke. You have to stand by what you say no matter what. He has said that.
I know.
So it's not that
It's
he's
insane.
going into this character-based defense.
Yeah.
You know?
he's also said it's bitch made to file an HRO against someone else. So
Yep. All right. Let's start with this Coach Scott stuff. So yesterday he made a bold prediction that there would be no video interview of Coach Scott being played on Nobody Likes Onions.
To numero uno, he says, speaking of, when is that? I don't think he can. I think he's being
So he starts reading it and then he stops reading it. But we all know what he's reading here. When is the video of the Coach Scott interview going to drop? And then listen to what he says.
that. I don't think he can. I think he's being very smart and not playing that, Denny. That's all I'll say about that. Twisted question mark says that
Patrick, you idiot. You were being smart by not playing that.
Seriously, dude.
I gotta go take something
he
down.
gave you the entire playbook and you still fell for it.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
What does he think this HRO is? I'm allowed to talk about how dumb your lies are.
Right.
I'm allowed to talk about your show.
This is
Like,
like if you had a falling out with a friend and you're like, I'm gonna file an HRO on that friend so that he can't go and become friends with my other friend.
I was friends with him first.
them. Yeah, right. I will stop their friendship.
funny because like I was gonna do that last night before I even. So Moody told me that he was like sent me that clip later in the day, and I was like, oh, I was gonna play it tonight, and like, why does he think? I can't imagine like if he sent his lawyer like he played the Coach Scott interview, we got him. It's like, is that gonna further the case that you're in danger or your children are in danger?
We already knew that this existed. You already played a clip of it on this little piggy. That wasn't up for discussion. Is there a video? Yeah, of course there is. We've already seen a part of it. That's all in the past.
In the video, we say we don't want people messing with Aaron. We don't want people fucking with Aaron. That he's just a guy. We like to make fun of his show. And
Could you imagine if you walked into the gym and you're just like, where is he? Is Aaron here, coach? Let's go get him.
right?
That's
That's the thing.
still would be funny.
I play walking into the door. There's no animosity. There's no anger. Patrick, everybody's happy.
It seems like four people who were getting on really well with each other. They were all chatting and there was no hostility.
Oh, Nick wouldn't shut the fuck up. What the hell did you and Jonathan Geyer had to talk about all that time? Like catching up like two schoolgirls. Oh,
Yeah, they need to update Jonathan Geyer with new idol animations. Because this one kept playing over and over again.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's your character in NFL. Before you like pick him, he just
Yeah. He's wearing the stock clothes
Actually,
So I loved the beginning of that video because you didn't have the video on. We just heard the audio. And you go in there, hey, I'm friends with Aaron or whatever you said.
I'm one of the guys Aaron wanted to fight here.
That's what it is. Yes, you're one of the guys that Aaron wanted to box. And immediately,
Patrick.
yeah,
Oh, Patrick, good to see ya.
A hero's welcome is what you received.
yeah, it was fantastic. And you were like taken aback by it, like, oh, you know who I am? That's cool.
He
Hilarious.
said, Patrick. He said, oh, Nick, good to see you again. Like he was
Because
shaking his
later in
hand.
the interview, he says he's never watched Aaron's show.
Right.
It's funny that he knows who I am.
Nobody at that gym has ever watched his show, and you pointed out very astutely that it gives Aaron the opportunity to tell everyone at the gym that his show is amazing, and he's an alpha, and he tells everyone
Right.
on his show that he's at the gym he's amazing, he's an alpha.
It's the real reason he had to leave the gym. It's embarrassment on two fronts. It's embarrassment to his podcasting audience that he's not this guy who holds court at the gym. He's actually Scott's mom calls him the dorky looking guy who comes in. None of the trainers have asked about him. None of the students care.
Yep.
He was never a coach. He never had authority to be this mentor trainer guy. And then conversely, in the gym, it's because he brought this world into that world. Scott, I'm sure, has told people, and everybody at the gym now knows that he's being clowned on all over the internet. His show isn't big. The polycule stuff, the cuck stuff, the cum stuff. It's probably all over the gym. People have talked about that.
Come.
And it's like,
Comes all over the gym.
yeah, because April and Nick were there. Aaron was.
Yeah, because Aaron's not cleaning anymore.
Oh, gee whiz, boys. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Aaron, who we all thought was the MAN, is actually a big pile of SHIT. Sorry to break it to
Watch
you
out
boys.
for
Now,
the
bye.
DOO on the bench. No, so he's had his bubble burst in both places. So he has to go find a new gym where he can try to convince those people that he's got this big show and it's awesome and he's the king. And also tell us, you don't know where my new gym is, but just rest assured, I am teaching these boys a thing or two about a thing or two. And it's like the jig is up. We all know. Like you're not.
His power comes from limiting information, so he can have these different spheres of his life that he can make reference to in other places, but as long as one doesn't find out about the other, like they don't connect, then he's fine.
It's like Work George and Social George.
Or when he met Ricada and he used to, Ricada had a bigger channel and was doing better than him, but he had to like one up Nick Ricada by going like, dude, just got done talking to the radio the other day. They want me back. It's going to be big. He has to reference other little circles he's a part of or thinks he's a part of in order to get clout in each circle. So it really is a Ponzi scheme. It really is a card game. All the clout in the radio podcasting sphere comes from him pointing to my wife and my boxing gym and I golf but in golf it all comes from, hey, are you the guy from the radio? And then in boxing, it's like, oh, you're the guy with the podcast. So when they all converge and he drags them in each other and everybody starts going like, hold on, we don't respect him. You don't respect him too? Hold on, nobody respects this guy? He has to find all new friend circle.
It's like the island switching off and Inside Out, like one by one, like the little like corners of his personality are shutting off one after the other. There's not much left there.
Floating islands.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I want to talk about what Scott revealed about Aaron's first boxing match.
Right.
This I thought was wild. This is so crazy.
I'm ready.
So he's early on in his career, we'll call it. And he's got to be in his mid 30s at this point. It wasn't that long ago, right?
33ish, 34.
Okay, so he's 33, 34, and he's been training for a little bit. And he's like, all right, I'm ready to fight. And apparently, the way that it works is the coaches kind of figure out who would be evenly matched and who would be good to go up against, and they set up these boxing matches. And Aaron wanted to box this guy, and Coach Scott said, I don't think you should do that. This guy was a D2 football player. He's an athlete, which was very funny to say the way Coach Scott said it. She's like, I didn't think that was a good matchup because this guy's an athlete.
Also, he was coming from St. Paul, which is 90 minutes away, and Scott's like, he's not coming here to lose. He's gonna beat your ass.
Like,
right.
Damn it, Scott! Give me a fight. Give me the fight. I need it. I need to prove
Hold
to the
me
men,
back. Let me
the
at
boys
him.
out there. The boys out there. They don't respect me like they used to. I need a fight. Give me the fight.
That was one of the things Coach Scott said that was very funny. He's like, there's no girls in this gym. Who are you trying to impress?
Right.
Why would a father with kids want to, fight someone who is well more qualified to decide whether this guy will kill you or not says he'll kill you?
Well, he even was like, look, nobody likes to hear it, but you suck.
Yeah.
Like, you're not good.
Me? Suck?
But
Me.
that's
And it's
Aaron's
okay.
inflated sense of self, though. With Aaron Imholt, like that's a perfect example of a guy who thinks he's hot shit and has no idea that he's so mediocre.
But you're allowed to start. You're in your mid to late 30s, picking up a new hobby, which is great. Like, there's very few people who like go through with that. Learn to throw a punch. Like, build up your stamina. It's a great way to stay fit. But instead, he needs to always one up it and just be. It's like Elon Musk with his when he's like, I'm the best MMO player in the world. Look, I've got one of these top 10 accounts, and he paid this like Chinese guy this Chinese team to make the best account. Whereas people would have been kind of cool with it if he was like, oh yeah, he doesn't have enough time to really
But
play
he was
and be
above
one of the
average
best.
and enjoyed it.
But yeah,
Like,
he's enjoying the game and taking his stuff. He becomes more relatable, and it's someone that's just like you start to see some of yourself in him. But rather, Aaron wants to be the best. Like, he wants to be seen as
Are you
someone
telling
not to
me
be messed
that
with.
the leader of North Korea isn't the greatest golfer in the world?
Right?
Is that what you're telling me right now? Because I'm confused.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is the greatest golfer in the world.
Right, everyone knows that.
4 pages on the North Korean internet tell me.
So, what happened in this fight? This first fight that I don't think anyone's seen, right? We've seen him get knocked out in the first round of his other fight, but I don't think we've seen this fight. This fight is interesting because the ref had to stop it.
The first, he's only been in 2 fights.
Yeah.
This is the first fight which was over in like 20 seconds.
They both got called. Like, they were just like, this time out.
They haven't got out of neither fight got out of the first round.
They were still putting the
how is he
card on the
coaching?
camera.
The second round, I
the
think.
Second
3
round,
rounds.
okay.
No, second round went all the way to the end, and it was a decision against Aaron.
That's the one where
I
he
must
fell
have. I
down?
must have seen the. I saw one where he
You've
got
seen-
knocked out.
Yeah,
he got
that's
knocked
the
out a
first
couple times.
fight. This is the
Okay,
fight.
so that is the one.
that Coach Scott is talking about.
Okay,
The
yeah.
one where he falls to his knees.
Yeah,
That's the first one.
yeah.
Yeah, the
That's
big
the-
black kid.
Second one.
No, the second one, there is like, he doesn't fall to his knees in the same way in the second one, I don't think.
All right. Well, either
There
way,
is some, but
his
it
record
goes
is
to
He's got
decision
a
in the
million
second one.
ways to get on his knees.
yeah, right. Either way, it's so funny that Coach Scott, who would know better, told him, "Don't do this fight. This is not the right matchup." And Aaron went over Scott's head to set up this fight, something that you're not supposed to do. I'm sure it's one of the reasons why USA Boxing is not reinstating him. And gets into the match, and the ref has to call it because he's like, "Oh, this guy's gonna die." in the
Well,
ring.
but even before that, Coach Scott was like, "You're going to go above my head. You're not going to use my gym's name and my gym's
Right.
insurance and attach me to sanctioning this fight because I know you're not ready for it. I know you might get hurt, and I don't want my name and my gym's name attached to you." So he called USA Boxing and had Aaron scrubbed from his roster.
yes,
He's like, "You can go do that fight, but not under my name and not under my gym and not under my insurance because that's my
He's
my
covering his
reputation."
ass, right? That is so crazy and such a great example of what Aaron tells us and what he thinks about himself and what reality is. And no wonder no one respects him at the gym or wants him to help coach them.
Yeah. Do you have 25 seconds to play this clip?
I do.
No, I got a heart out.
I sure do, buddy.
This is Aaron's first fight.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Come on, Ryan. 1, 2.
Come on, Ryan.
There you go. Come on, Buck. Get him, get him.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Oh,
Get at him.
Uh-oh. He doesn't know where to go. He's backed up.
oh.
Man down.
All right.
That's
Wait,
it.
where's the part where he goes down?
Nah, yeah, there's another part to that.
Well, I'll need
I could be
to.
wrong. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. I mean, I know I've seen it.
I've done my best with the small amount of
Booty
time that we've
stick.
got.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that. All right, so that was one of the big revelations I enjoyed quite a bit. Also, the fact that the gym's a nonprofit, that was interesting.
He's a saint, that Scott.
Yeah, the whole falling out he had with Scott was over this charity
Money.
case. Yeah, Scott, he couldn't just take on this client, doesn't have any money, is down in his luck, and I thought that was the right thing to do. And meanwhile, it's like he's not even doing this to make a profit. He's kind of like, and he's there every day of the week too, to run this gym.
Mm-hmm.
So painting Scott is the asshole. What's
Can you
that?
imagine how old Scott's mom is?
Scott's mom is alive.
That's wild.
It's also very interesting that it wasn't just up to Scott whether he comes back or not, but he was pretending like it was. He thought only Scott's the one who's got final say, but there's like a whole panel of people that might not be too interested in having a revenge pornographer on their books.
Well, yeah, okay, that's a whole other thing. You were also talking to him about when he was stripped of his USA boxing credentials. He wasn't allowed anywhere near the equipment in the gym. He's like, you can go punch a heavy bag over there, but he's not getting in this ring. He's not coming over here with the students. He's not
allowed
talking to anyone.
While there's a boxing class going on, he can't just be over the corner and like wander into it.
This is part of the rules. It's if there's any USA boxing activities, someone who's suspended is not allowed to participate in those.
Not even participate, be present. He can't go as a spectator to an event.
I'll get there in the old double leg takedown and then throw him over my shoulders and throw him out like a sack of shit.
That was why
he
wasn't allowed to help set up the ring. He wasn't allowed to attend that Mr. Jim's event in February that he was supposed to be boxing at. He wasn't allowed to show up there.
Yeah, I believe Scott said he can't even be sitting at the bar and having a drink during it.
Yeah,
I can't be anywhere near this thing.
And then Scott said, if he shows up, I'll just do it. What did he say? I'll do a double leg
takedown and throw him over my shoulders. Carry him out the place.
So Scott made 2 references to the fact that Aaron couldn't fight Scott and keep up with Scott, like as far as like being conditioned. And Aaron kept wanting to do things his own way. And Scott's answer to that was, when you can beat me in the ring, a 60-year-old man, then we'll talk about your way. Until then, you might want to stick to golf. So this is a 60-year-old man who's saying, Aaron's full of shit. He couldn't hold his own with me in a ring.
Yeah, but Scott's senile. He doesn't know what he's thinking about. Like, Aaron told me that Scott sucks at boxing. He doesn't even know how to box.
Scott also doesn't know I was once a tag team partner of D'Lo Brown.
CeeLo Green?
No, D'Lo Brown from the WWE. We tag team together. I beat that guy with the diamond cutter, remember? I'm actually 1 and 2.
Okay. One of the things that you did, Patrick, that I thoroughly enjoyed, great instincts on your part, was to say, hey, can I do a little photo shoot with you with the Gotham? And I loved Scott's response. Like, I did it with Aaron, I'll do it with you. He's like, equal time.
Nothing. That's what I wanted to show, is like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know memes. He doesn't understand Aaron, his show, any of it. So Aaron gets this guy to do this thing in this moment in the gym. And then Aaron brings it out of the gym and makes it have this meaning and stuff that Scott didn't, attribute to it in the moment in the gym. Like, Scott doesn't know what this picture's for.
Right.
Or what are we? Oh, we got him? Oh, okay, sure. Like, Scott doesn't know.
But then Aaron creates this fan fiction around it where he's just like, yeah, we're laughing about how we own all you haters, and Scott's laughing at you guys too. Scott has no idea what's going on. He doesn't care. And you prove that.
And then it's that control of information again. Like, he's able to take that one thing out of context in one place and make it mean something else somewhere else.
Oh, gee whiz, Aaron. Did you see Citizen M Spurg out today? My God, I couldn't believe it.
Now that would be funny. He shows up as the new co-host instead of Johnny Crutches.
But it's because Aaron grabs onto these things that are pretty much meaningless, small portions of his life, like him going to the gym or all this, the golfing and stuff. And he drags those people into it to have allies, to have like cohorts. And then he gets mad when people go like, so Aaron makes Coach Scott this thing on his show. And then Chad starts calling Coach Scott, or I'm in town, and Coach Scott has said, swing by the gym anytime, everybody. Like, okay, so I swing by the gym. And then Aaron loses his mind because he's like, well, you're in there fucking my shit up. I told everybody it was X. You're showing that it's Y. Like, that's why he gets upset by it. I don't make the people who run the Sand Dollar, where we had Hackamania, part of my show or my life. They're nice people. I think they enjoyed having us. I think we enjoyed having them, but that's the extent of our working relationship. We'll do it again next year. So if someone went down to the Sand Dollar at the Plaza where we had Hackamania and we're like interviewing the bartender, like, hey, remember when Hackamania was here? What do you think about that? There's no gotcha there.
That's
Like,
because
I don't-
that's because all of us have actual real normal lives. All of us have friend groups outside of our shows and the internet, and we talk about things that have nothing to do with our shows. I have a ton of friends who don't give a fuck about anything that I do for my day job, and we never discuss it. It's just a normal way to live your life. And Aaron has none of that.
It won't be long till they're like the cashier at the grocery store is going to become like a main character on the show. He's like, Tracy down at the Shop and Save. She's the best. Say hi to Tracy if you're ever down at the Shop and Save.
He
It's like,
throws
why are
these
you doing
people
that?
in the line of fire. Like he knows what it means to bring these people up in that universe, and he just, without consent from them, because they don't really know what they're getting into. Scott didn't know what it meant for him to go on Jonathan Guy's channel and start
Moody.
to say that he's behind Aaron and all of that.
Moody, Scott got called a racist this week.
Right.
Just for being the gym coach that allowed Patrick to come in and talk to him.
Yeah, but we saw with Gideon that he's not racist.
Yes, that was the best. So Aaron's going, well, the reason why he doesn't want to train this homeless guy with no money is because he's racist.
He doesn't know how to talk to black people.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, and then you see him fucking high-fiving these guys as they're walking out of the gym. It's secret
I think
handshakes and shit.
It could be that Aaron sees that he might potentially become homeless after the civil suits. And so he wants to go to a gym which will take care of him.
Yeah,
He
since when
doesn't have a home
is
anymore.
Aaron this bleeding heart liberal who's just looking to help out a guy who's down on his luck?
Not
and
since SJWs were a thing.
I know, and the description that he has of this homeless guy who's now doing this other gym, and he's giving us an update on it, like, yeah, and he's training and he's doing pretty well. What does that mean? Why do we care? He didn't tell us a real
The
anecdote.
other gym is on the east side, he said, all the way across town. This homeless guy is taking a bus to train with Aaron in an underground unsanctioned. And again, I'm sure USA Boxing is interested if all these guys are getting together with no insurance, no accreditation, just teaching people how to box in this like rogue gym.
The twisting of the words as well. Like he said that his falling out with Scott was based on Scott not wanting a guy not paying for his way. And Aaron offered to pay for this guy's, he said, I offered to pay for this guy's like boxing dues and stuff. So he was going to pay for his license from USA Boxing and his Safe Sport. But that's not what Scott was talking about. Scott was talking about, what about the training fees that go to help run this place?
Yeah.
And Aaron just doesn't address that. He says, I offered to pay, and that's it.
Yeah, then bring him over to your house then, Aaron, and teach him everything you want. You know, go get a heavy bag and
I was telling
him on your
Merch,
time.
it's like if Scott walked into Aaron's house and he's like, hey, Aaron, I got this homeless guy. He looks like he's gonna be a good tow boy. Do you have any stickers around? Any Stoney's gift cards in your closet that I can give this guy? He's on hard times. He can't afford to be a VIP, but if we give him the VIP treatment, I think he could really impress us as a tow boy. Not since Roots Calhoun have I seen a guy with this.
That was the other thing. That's the other thing he said that was so stupid. He's like, why would you want the good PR that comes out of this? What PR are you going to get to put out a press release? Coach Scott helped homeless guy with
Chad
boxing.
told Scott this week that he's got a pretty big audience, and when he comes up there and does an interview, like it's going to be a big pop for the gym. Chad, what?
Does Chad think that? Does he believe that? What is that?
That's
going on.
That aside, I find the pairing of Chad and Scott to be a little bit adorable. Like they just somehow suit each other.
Yeah, here's how they suit each other. Chad had the idea of like, is there a way people could gift memberships to your gym on my show?
So funny.
And here's how they're paired well. Scott's like, oh, nobody's ever.
Great
Good
idea.
No one's ever thought it.
Oh, gee golly, we never
Not a
had.
good idea, and they're both idiots.
Right. It was sweet though. Like that's probably one of the sweetest phone calls I've heard Chad make. Like it just turned like two people who have nothing to do right now.
And Chad
finally
Coach
find
Scott. Like, and another thing, Coach Scott, I don't like. It's like Chad's coach.
And
One
listen,
more
I don't want to tattletale, but Aaron was saying some really nasty and mean
I
things
hope
about
you
you.
don't see that video.
I didn't
hope
like
you
it.
don't see it. I hope you don't see that video. It's bad. He's like, well, thanks for letting me know.
Right.
Coach Scott, will you be my dad? Will you marry my mom?
Is that going to be a recurring segment now where he just calls Coach Scott every episode of
Benchmark. It's a benchmark, Carl. We call it benchmark.
He rotates between Sam Tripoli and Godfrey. He's got some people he calls. Don't worry about it. He's never going to run out of calls.
Oh, has anyone seen Tripoli on Rogan yet? Did he plug Chad's Patreon? Do we know?
Most likely.
Did you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay. Chad tweeted at Sam Tripoli and asked him if, when he's on Rogan, if he would plug the patreon.com/World War Z or whatever it is. Of course.
I mean, yes, he did do that, but of course
he did. Yeah, he did tweet that, but I don't think anything came of it.
Plug my Patreon.
No, we're going to plug supertip.gg/WATP. Don't get anywhere near it. All this money just goes right to Stuttering John.
Before you do that,
Melendez.
I just got a Venmo from Clifford saying,
Okay.
great show, fuck Carl.
Oh,
So
thanks,
thanks for the
Clifford.
$50, Clifford.
Yes, thanks for being here, Clifford. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah. Dark Side Aaron coming in.
Your Honor, he even came and filmed at my gym.
But you said you hate me and you're no longer a member of the gym.
Darn it, I did it again, didn't I? Why do I continue to step on these rakes?
Sorry, it's Connor, not Clifford. Sorry, Connor.
Oh, fuck Connor. Clifford I would have been fine with, but Connor's doing that shit behind my back? Fuck off, Connor. How dare you?
It was pretty good timing actually with this Coach Scott thing, because Aaron was really pumping up the Coach Scott sucks side of things. And I think this piece of journalism that you've done, Patrick, is quite essential to understanding that relationship that these two had. And it recontextualizes a lot of the stuff that Aaron's been saying. Because Scott,
it's newsworthy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Scott's the kind of guy to be saying the things that Aaron is claiming that Scott's saying. And it's important for this sort of piece to be out there.
He literally just seems like a jovial, welcoming, even-keeled kind of guy.
Low IQ guy who's been hit the head a few times.
Because he hates his own shitty life. And it's like, sorry, Scott, that your life is shit, but stop taking it out on us. It's like, what?
So insane. Steven coming in.
I have made the accusation that Adam and Carl are in a gay relationship, and I stand by that accusation. Me, 100% straight. Yes, I did eat some semen, but that was not gay at all. It was a male bonding experience between straight men, not gay. Even if it was a little gay, as soon as I swallowed, back to being straight.
Yeah,
That's
he
actually
ate cum, but he ate it off a girl.
That's true. Yeah, it makes it a little less gay.
Also, if you think about it, it's just like guys are full of cum, and Aaron just was not producing enough cum to be the level of guy that he identifies as, so he had to source external cum.
So when you eat cum, it goes to your balls? Is that what happens? Kind of like how water's just absorbed?
Like if you had a Stanley tumbler full of cum, and you were just guzzling that at the gym in between reps, that would be gay. But if you have a crazy straw and you're slurping semen out of a woman's box, that's as straight as it gets, Carl. That's
good point.
That's actually more manly than anything you and I have ever done.
That's true. I do love that Aaron, referred to Adam and me as being gay lovers, because that's right out of Rob Saul's playbook. And as soon as you're doing the same jokes with Rob Saul, you're definitely on the right path. Things are going very well for your show.
I'm so straight, I'll eat cum out of a girl. That's what we're dealing with. I like pussy so much, there could be cum in the way, and I'm getting to it.
Brian, someone ISO that for me, please. Brian Boswick coming in.
Patrick, I can't believe you were secretly recording Coach Scott in a two-party consent state. I'm glad you were caught by that genius.
Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble. Tim Bollinger coming in. He says, my new favorite thing is Aaron's fluctuating Rumble memberships goal. He'll be 8 away from 300, next day 97 away from 400, next day 12 away from 300. Yeah, it's a lot of math to keep track of. Oh, you said that Connor wasn't going to give me money?
Mm-hmm.
How about this $3 right here?
That's a different... Hold on.
No, it is the same one. Great show, guys. Check your Venmo pads. Yay!
Yeah. Well, now you got to
Thanks for
send me more, Connor. That's fucked up.
Thanks for giving me 10%, Connor. I appreciate it. AO 1012.
Wait, no one got Moody's Inside Out reference. Trust me, it was so good. I saw it alone in a theater full of kids.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's a good movie.
Tickle Me Tukey.
Point Dabble Point is dead. Long live Tukey.
All right. Long live Tukey. I agree. Cash coming in.
This new gym is so lucky they found me. Without me, all they did was work out and spar. I am going to teach them the Philly shell, orthodox, and the peekaboo.
Hey, Cream Puff, you need to put in the work. You need to actually sweat.
You know, whatever you say, Mr. Wrestler, what do you know about the fine art of boxing?
Listen, Softy, I opened this gym when you were 11 years old and still breastfeeding. I would school you PUNK.
That's a threat. You are on the internet too much. You need to touch grass. That's it. You are getting a HRO.
That's actually true. Scott said it. Well, Scott said the gym's been in that location.
He was breastfeeding until he was 11?
Yes.
7.
Okay.
It was such an issue, him breastfeeding until he was 7, that the AI that I built of Aaron wouldn't
stop bringing it up.
He'd start drinking milk.
Oh yeah.
Just kept.
I remember that.
He tries to spin it like, no, it's actually healthy, and you're supposed to get those nutrients until you're in 2nd grade.
I could not stop it from wanting to drink its mother's milk.
Like my mom would never let me have kid cuisines because they don't make a breast milk version.
Imagine going to school when you're in 2nd grade bragging about getting to second base. It's not good.
Yeah. How many of you are going to be sucking on a sweet titty after school? I didn't think so.
Butterwife. Why is Connor spending my husband's money? Good question.
But that's a good point though. He was so conditioned to slurping up liquid off a woman's breast that to this day he can't stop doing it.
If it's white and it's dripping, he's there.
Right. If it's on a titty and it's white, he's drinking.
It's white and it's dripping. Aaron be sipping.
He walked into the room and he was like, "Mama,"
Your Honor.
and he started.
That is interesting. The point that the previous chat brought up, the fact that Aaron would refuse to get into shape. It's like conditioning is so important in boxing. You see it all the time in these professional fights. These guys get gassed by the 8th or 9th round, and they can't keep their hands up to protect themselves anymore.
It's the number one thing.
It
it's
is.
like there's a lot of technique and stuff, but again, if you don't have the athleticism and the endurance to like keep going, it's like Scott said. Like if someone, like if a normal person in public like started shit with me, I would just run away from them, and I'd be able to get away from them because they can't. People can't run. Like they can't. Like people don't have endurance unless you're like a jogger who's constantly doing that kind of thing.
But you could run.
Person, no,
you could run. Okay, I was gonna say.
I
like
could
480
roll
pounds.
faster than I could run.
Where did
uncertainty? Oh, go ahead, Tukey.
I was gonna say, where did the breastfeeding since 7 years old come from? It just appeared one day.
I think he brought it up.
He may have brought it up. But the AI just kept mentioning it like I had to.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Very funny, but actually breastfeeding, he just starts going off on all the fucking benefits of it.
Yeah,
why does mom still have milk in her tit at that age?
It's a good question.
It doesn't dry
brings
up
him
if
a
you
cup.
keep suckling. Yeah, if you keep the pump flowing.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
he's stealing it from his younger brother.
Yeah, he's just.
She looks down. She's like, "Oh, Aaron, this isn't for you. What the fuck?"
Mom, I've got
mentions that,
friends coming over. Can you pump?
He like
"Kool-Aid,
mentions
Mom,
that
and it's a tray of breast milk. Kids!
he mentions
Who wants
that
ice cream?
He mentions that he's like SP's coming in with a glass, and then he starts saying, "Yummy! This is breast milk, and I know what you're thinking, guys. Like, what are you doing? But it's actually real good."
Yeah.
You know who's really into breast milk is the Opster, Opie. He fantasizes about turning it into ice cream. His buddy Matt's wife just recently pumped out a little brat, and he's fantasizing about it while looking at her at the bar. Something creepy about these people.
It's
Principal
like
uncertainty.
only dating new mothers because they're
right.
It's like, yeah.
Or you see a girl's 8 months pregnant, you're like, I'll call you in a couple months.
Sometimes after we have sex, I roll over and go, "Can I get a hit of that?"
I'm thirsty after that. There is a non-zero chance he is the greatest performer of all time, willing to shed every bond, relationship, and every trace of dignity for the roar of the crowd. Well, that would just be pathetic, I would think. But you're
yummy,
right.
Yummy, yummy. I got cum in my tummy.
When can we get the AI to sing?
I think in the
Soon,
next year or
actually.
so we'll see it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a musical component now that we can.
Yummy, I got cum in my tummy.
Gonna need another ISO. Michael C., bring Kiki and Gino. So
Gonna be
John,
another ISO.
We've had enough ISOs,
no,
Carl.
isolated track and ISO. I need someone to isolate that.
Ah, you
You
need
guys never heard of
more.
ISO before?
Carl knew.
You guys have never been in radio? You guys don't know about radio?
Wow.
Michael C., bring Kiki and Gino on so that John wins the lull suit. Yeah, no shit. That would not be good. Shiksana Castles, Tukey, you were supposed to say Patrick did an idiot thing. Education.
Yes, Patrick
What is
did
that
an
about?
idiot thing.
I don't know what that's in reference
I have
to.
no idea.
Halo 1012. It's relationship, George. That's what it is. Yes, relationship, George. Mr. Smith. Hello, Carl Patrick, funny sounding Muppet and Tukey. Oh, I see what you did there. I'll show myself out. Papubla, gifted one. Who are these podcast memberships? Thank you very much for doing that. And J-Mo, slow wife needs a Phil and Scott needs a son.
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law. I see what you did there. I mean, come on, too soon. Obviously. All right. Real quick, just to finish up on the Coach Scott stuff. We watched it on This Little Piggy a month or so ago. But when you guys started talking about how Aaron's an emotional bitch and he's from Venus and the other guys at the gym are from Mars, he called him a woman. Which was very funny. And I think that's really what set off Aaron in the first place, to like know that he had to go on this thing where eventually he's going to turn on Scott and call him a giant piece of shit because he saw all of this coming.
Yeah, because he's using this excuse now, like, dude, he just talks to anybody about me who calls. And it's like, no, there have been several of those calls before your court hearing. So why all of a sudden do you have to leave the gym?
We said it during This Little Piggy. We said this thing about the homeless guy is a false pretense that Aaron is setting up for a falling out with Scott. This was 2 months ago. We said
it was
that.
so obvious. It was
Yeah.
so obvious to everyone who was paying attention.
One of the things that strikes me about it is that he tried to pretend that it's about this homeless guy, and that's really what it's about. But there's all this other pent up stuff that he keeps bringing up. Scott's racist. Scott doesn't know how to box. He's not actually Coach Scott. He was never my coach. That Lonnie was my coach. Scott doesn't know anything. Lauren.
I never called him Coach Scott. You guys all called him Coach Scott.
What was that gaslighting?
crazy.
He told us that we invented the name Coach Scott? Because I didn't invent that. What's he talking about?
Dookie invented it, just like he invented another win for the toe.
Right.
Scott's a mentally ill bitch. Scott's a fucking, like, he should close the gym. He doesn't know about business. He doesn't know about boxing. He's an idiot.
He's had these thoughts for months or years at this point, and he just kept pretending that Scott was a person that he wanted in his life until he made the sin, the unforgivable sin of talking to Patrick and making nice with his enemies.
Look, man, he's literally like so desperate. If you'll take his side and be his friend, he'll have you.
Yeah.
We watched him try to do this with me last year when April left. He's like, I got clips of NLO on my phone. I think Patrick's really funny. Like, this is like, I like it. I like the show. We heard Matt say that they were watching it when he walked in once and everybody was laughing.
Yep.
He tried to get me on sides with that. He's tried to do it with you, Carl. He's tried to do it with
He's trying to do it with Chad right now.
And he's trying to do it with Chad right now.
Yeah.
He called Chad mentally ill, dangerous, psychopath, sociopath. He called him like these guys are dangerous and we got to stay away from him. And now he's like, Chad gets it. Like all these other guys, I think, are dangerous, but Chad's like having fun. He's a radio guy. He gets
MSO says Chad said he will be at Stoney's on a weekend.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I thought this was a different link, but this is
because Chad is the only one with an extensive criminal record. Chad is a guy who, if he was staying in my house, I wouldn't feel safe going to sleep.
Chad's criminal record has a page 2.
Oh, yeah, there's more than just 2, but yes, that is true.
Really tough with the kids. especially if it's in the summertime.
But
my
sorry, just
schedule
one
is like
more
all
thing
kids.
before this.
It's
before
like
this.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say is that if you're on Aaron's good side, he's going to be keeping a running tally of everything that he dislikes about your personality or every single slight that you've made against him that he will then use
Gino,
when things fall apart.
They're on his side now, but every time he has to keep bringing up like, don't remember when they sent me to jail? Remember when they talked to the cops about me? Remember when and it's like he remembers. And
he says
they call out.
Yeah. He said that he said that he wouldn't be surprised if Kiki fell out again, meaning he's bracing himself for that.
Oh, yeah.
He has a pocketbook full of like little things that he writes in about all the stuff that Kiki's doing right now that he'll never say to her face until it's time for them to publicly fall out with one another.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got 2 days off a week. School year, it's a little easier, but
I saw the ladies over at what do you call it? Socially Retarded. What's the name of that show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's call it that.
Yeah. I saw them discussing these clips where Aaron's talking about like not having his kids as days off. Like the way he describes not having his kids, just like, oh, finally a fucking vacation day away from my goddamn brats.
He talks about his kids as if it's babysitting that he has to pay for. So it's like it's not even a side. Like he doesn't even get paid to be a babysitter. He needs to pay child support, and he babysits.
No, he talked about it before. Like if he ever like takes them out for dinner or to buy something, like he takes it out of the child support. He's said that before. He's like that counts towards child support when I like do something with the
How
kid.
is that possible? He's only paying $800 for 3 kids.
He'd be like, okay, Louis wants caviar for the table. Deduct that.
He's got expensive taste, that Louis.
Weekends are busier, so I don't know. I would like to work it out where we go hang out with Chad because Chad is not
want to do an oil change. You want to go get an oil change in the Tahoe? Huh? That's $28.50.
I'll let you hold the wrench. It's a bonding exercise.
Get out where we go hang out with Chad because Chad is not a psychotic internet person. I really don't think so.
What?
I know.
It's insane.
He's stalked women. He's stolen credit cards. He's shoplifts. He's been caught lying and blaming people for serious crimes. If he's not, I don't know who is.
But also, Patrick, it's not only that. We all know that. But let's not forget, he was talking about fucking April back when they were still married.
Yeah,
and he got
raping April. Not fucking April, raping April.
And he got so creepy that April was so creeped out, she had a conversation off air with Aaron saying, I don't want to talk about Chad anymore. This guy's a psycho. I want nothing to do with it.
He had to wash his hands of him 3 times.
Yes.
Chad was mentally ill and dangerous.
Right.
Again, he's so desperate for friends and allies. He's willing to befriend this guy. This is what I'm saying. It's like, this isn't a genuine person. No one should ever trust him ever again. No one, you're never going to be a true ally of his. There's no allegiance. There's no loyalty. This is the same thing we say about Chad and KB and stuff. At least KB's starting to acknowledge it. I don't have any friends. I don't give a fuck about any of you. But like, there are people in his orbit who still believe they're his friend. I think if you ask Stevie Lou and Chad are like, KB's your friend, right? They'd be like, yeah, of course.
He's my dad.
Like,
Chad has something over KB. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to figure it out. By the way,
you're right.
Spy report.
Hi, Chad. Chad is watching.
Just sniping us right now?
Yeah, no, he's texting.
He's just
me.
watching. Well, that's good because I'm going to talk about Chad.
Got,
but go ahead.
Ashley LaRue's book and was promoting that on his show, not to be supportive, but to fuck with Aaron. And he started saying the names of the kids over and over and over again. Like Aaron's so protective of his kids that he's filing HROs against people who bring them up. Like, why not? This guy's the first to do it.
No, now he's a cool guy and he gets radio and he's just a normal radio guy. And it all comes back to a theory that Patrick's been saying forever and he's right about. Aaron engages with people who he thinks he can manipulate, that he thinks he's smarter than. If there's anyone that you see show up on Aaron's show, he thinks he's smarter than them.
Yeah.
Same with his audience. He only wants an audience that he thinks he's smarter than. You will never see any of the four of us on Aaron's show, even though I believe all of us would drop anything we're doing to go on his show and chat with him.
I can't
except
right
for-
now.
Yeah.
Right now I'm
Patrick's
busy,
not
but
yet.
I put my own
you can't right now.
I put my own children in the ground to be on his show once. Once.
But yeah, he
All right.
doesn't. He doesn't have friends. He has useful idiots.
Yes.
That's how he.
But
sees
you're
the
right.
world.
Like Chad has said and done a lot more with Aaron's children, threatened his wife, had problems with Ashley LaRue, all this kind of stuff. And Aaron also talked about having a beer with me at Stoney's. And Aaron invited me to Minnesota, and now he claims to the court that I came uninvited and won't stop harassing his children. So I expect Chad to get an HRO if he ever does go to Minnesota, because he's falling into the same exact template that I would
honestly,
get, right?
everyone should
Like-
have an HRO against Chad. Everyone in the world. He's a
Yeah,
problem.
but because Chad also said he only booked this show in Minnesota to go visit all the places that Aaron goes to. Now, Stupid
He doesn't have a
booked
huge-
his shows in St. Paul instead of St. Cloud,
Right.
but
He doesn't have a huge fan base or something in Minnesota. I would have
he
thought.
said he's
Oh,
losing money on this.
oh,
Yeah, of course.
Did you
I
also-
don't think Chad does not have an understanding of the geography of Minnesota and like it's gonna be funny.
Well,
That's
he
gonna be
really should not go.
All right. Well, this is regarding the Chad phone call to Coach Scott, and this is when you get called a name, Patrick.
In Chicago. Thank you. Root says Wrigleyville is what Aaron calls making love. No, it's Jigglyville. Hey, I did my own fucking fat joke about myself better. That's great.
Acts like you've been there before, buddy.
MSO says, I don't know what was talked about earlier, but did you see the most recent chat phone call to Coach Scott? No, I'm sure, or Chad. No, I'm sure he's very upset, though, but he's been talking shit publicly about me now. And every other trainer he's ever worked with, he's just been shit talking them forever.
Is that true?
We
Coach
haven't.
Scott-
I don't know the name of one other trainer there.
Yeah, what are you
Anyway.
talking about?
Jonathan
Loren.
Yeah.
Lauren. Loren. Who was
He
that?
talked
Gaia.
to a fucking pedophile about me.
Whoa! This guy's not being careful at all. This is a guy who's consulting with attorneys, you said? He's got 3 different attorneys for 3 different cases, and this is what he's saying on his show?
But he's just been shit talking them forever. He talked to a fucking pedophile about me on camera.
That's not a crime, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Like,
Well, he
60
might
Minutes
be
does that
calling-
too.
he talked to somebody about me, and the person that he talked to is a bad guy. Okay, even if that was true, okay,
We got him.
like it's not a crime.
We got him.
So let's talk about the scoop that Chad got that he didn't realize he got when he was talking to Coach Scott, is that Aaron was pissed at that meathead Jonathan Geyer because Jonathan Geyer loves to stream from the gym, and Aaron doesn't like to be streamed when he's working out. I guess he doesn't look as cool and masculine as he likes to let on when he's working out. So he was pissed. They had a fight about Jonathan streaming Aaron in the gym. Isn't that interesting? Because when Ethan Ralph was in Minnesota, Aaron opened the gym up. He was down there with Slam Piece, and he's in there, and he's all dressed up in his little outfit, and he's got his gloves all taped up, and he's
That interview just showed us how much goes on behind the scenes that Aaron doesn't admit. The fight in February that got shut down, where Aaron wasn't even allowed to attend. Even up to that week, he was saying, I'm going to be down there helping out and all this stuff. And
Right.
meanwhile, he knew he wasn't allowed on premises. The first fight, like you said, when we hear about that, like him being new to the gym, just starting training with Scott and all this stuff, and then thinking I'll go above this guy's head. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what I'm ready for. He doesn't know that I'm going to bring the thunder. Like the ego and the complete denial of reality that this guy has. Behind the scenes, he's acting like Jonathan Geyer's helping me and Scott own you. Behind the scenes, he's just like, don't fucking film me. Like the panics in the real world versus the I'm getting one over on all of you on the steel toe side. It's like, oh God.
that's
Like,
why Aaron is so unique. There's a lot of guys that we clown. There's one of the guys that we clown that's suing me right now. And Aaron is so unique because I don't know
can't
anyone
say his
else.
name?
Oh, it's Stuttering John Melendez, and we'll talk
Oh,
all
okay.
about that. We'll talk all about that in just a moment. But he's one of the few guys who has created this walled garden for himself and thinks he can maintain it. That's what's crazy about all of this. He's made his life so much more difficult than it needs to be. I brought this up back when he was challenging us to box in Vegas at Hackamania. It's like, yeah, we all have hobbies. Who gives a shit? Even if he was good at boxing, it doesn't change my life in any way. I don't give a fuck if he's a good boxer. It turns out he's terrible, but whatever. Like, that's not impressive. We're not impressed by this.
He's never been in a position where people could actually investigate his lies before.
Yeah,
because
wow.
I think the way that he runs, the way that he like operates in terms of keeping information from one group and like having these social silos that he references to build up his personality, that'd be really effective in like a society or like a group of people where those groups aren't interacting with each other at all. And for the longest time, even when he was on radio, I mean, it could be very much he's on the radio and people aren't really looking into it too much. Like, who's looking into their local radio guy? But it's not until he got onto the internet and started getting into these feuds with autistic people being around, like willing to dig into this sort of stuff, that the lies start to unfold.
By the way,
I think he was talking about himself, but yeah, I could have been Jake.
Come on, Jake.
There's different shades. I'm not talking about all shades, Tukey, just some. But I think that's where it started to really fall apart, because there's these parts he hasn't been able to, he's never needed to defend before. People just took it for granted. And
yeah, because he had the microphone. The radio guys, I've been watching this. They're all the same, whether it's Opie or Scorch or any of these guys who had radio careers and they try to transition into streaming and podcasting. And now all of a sudden they're getting instant feedback and they fucking hate it. Like, no. I just talk out at everyone and I go home.
And there's like FCC guidelines and also being ad friendly and brand friendly to when you're hosting on a radio show. There's lines that you can't cross, but those lines disappear.
Call screeners in a mailroom, and like you're not unfiltered. You're not available freely to your audience. There's all these like like firewalls in the way to prevent this feedback from getting to you. You even see in certain environments in that space, whether it's TV or radio or whatever, where executive producers, program directors, people like that will be like, don't give him that information. Right. Don't tell him what his ratings are. Don't tell him, like, they know talent, and talent gets in their own head about stuff. And like, those people are in place for a reason, to keep you from getting in your own way. But now what we see is like, Aaron can't ignore the public feedback and can't ignore the trolls and the autists. It's what you said, Carl. Like, I just do my show and go home. You have the choice to do that on the internet. Like Joe Rogan, he never reads the comments or anything like that. Yeah. Whether you believe it or not is up to you, and whether or not it's a good strategy, whether that's a good strategy or it keeps you grounded in some way is debatable. But like, you can control the exact amount of feedback and how much interaction you want to have with it.
That
on the internet, but you have that self-control,
right?
The beginning of the end for him was getting kicked off of radio. It's that Heather Lee, that when he went off on Heather Lee, that was when there were no safety supports for him anymore. There was no radio around him, and he started to get exposed to that instant feedback and all of that. He thought that just because he listens to Red Bar and Mike goes hard on people, he could do that same thing on his radio show. And when he found out that wasn't the case, it sort of started a spiral, and that's how we get to where we are today.
And Mike David is 100 times funnier than Aaron's ever been in his life. Like, right. That's just the fact. Like, you're not.
But like, you could hear like the Mike David influences in that Heather Lee, like when he's yelling at her
today. He's doing that same voice Mike used to do back in like the early teens. It was like that. Yeah. No, we're bullying today. Yeah. I want everybody. It was that punchy, like. Because Mike used to do that voice, and we used to make fun of him too. Because Mike used to put on that radio FM.
Yeah, he's like, she's finished. She's finished. Like that sort of stuff is like that's classic Mike David. But so that started that spiral, and that's why he was able to make it to like age 35, staying in this like insulated industry bubble. And when that disappeared, then his life went off the rails. And that's how we get to where we are today. Like, it's all falling apart just because of that.
I'm gonna finish up with the Coach Scott stuff, but I just wanted one more thing I wanted to point out that came out during the Chad phone call, the very sweet Chad phone call with Scott was the fact that Scott goes, yeah, it's been 2 months and not a single person has asked, hey, where's Aaron? Not a single person at the gym gives a fuck if he's around or not.
Except his mother.
Where's that dorky guy who used to come in?
Right. She doesn't want to notice. It's not like she cared.
She sat at the front desk, so she would she's recognizing patterns and people's schedules and knows who to expect when. And she's just like, hey, that fucking nerd's not come by in a while. What's up?
All right. I'm going to get into Aaron's take on the wool suit, but first, Club 102 coming in.
What Aaron doesn't know is I pulled that homeless dude aside and told him he would learn more about boxing from Shaw Brothers movies than from that floppy-titted nerd.
I believe that. I believe that for sure. Amanda Lynn Nappy.
I wish you bullies would leave my little butthole queen alone. You know she's a little downsy.
Keep her in her cage, you drunk wannabe kamikaze.
James Baumart coming in. Hey, Carl, me and Jenny Jingles make fun of your foot behind your back. Nerd. James. So mean.
I don't know why your feet get all the attention. It's those calves or lack thereof is the most embarrassing.
Yeah, people don't understand the condition that I had when I was born.
Right.
It's fine.
It's like you got to think fixed when you're an infant.
Yeah. Steven coming in.
I don't know what these guys are talking about. Chad is a great guy, and I've never said anything bad about Chad ever. We off the air? Good. Man, Chad is such a loser. Can't believe people would think I'd be friends with a guy like that. What's his arrest record? Like 2 pages long? What'd it mean we're still live?
Whoops.
Can we talk about Aaron making fun of Mersh for having car payments?
Ugh.
Like what?
He doesn't even know what he's doing
Most people have
anymore.
a car payment. Like most people have a car payment.
And bills. He said he's got to pay his bills. You're not
It's like,
paying your
who
bills,
doesn't?
Aaron.
But then the fact that he's missing a tooth, it's like you're missing a tooth for months now. For months. There's one of the front ones, one of the good ones.
Hey, Baylor says Jonathan Geyer tipped toe off about the Coach Scott content. I think that's what made him go off on Scott preemptively. Do you think they still would stay in touch? Jonathan Geyer and Steel Toe? I doubt it.
Patrick was pretty open
know
about
each other at all.
Yeah, they probably only see each other at the gym. But you
Patrick
could be right.
posted the Gotham photo, like when he was in Minnesota. Right. I don't think Jonathan Geyer would have needed to say anything after.
Portland Shane Gillis, Mason in Portland, just became a member. Thank you very much. Go to the members tab for all the bonus shows. We just did one this past week, Living in the Past with Stuttering Jen. Craig, 49. How does Aaron ever expect to look tough wearing leg warmers while boxing? Skyla loves you, Tukey. Carl, Patrick, and Moody, not so much.
Hi, Skyla.
Why does everyone feel the need to rank the hosts of the show with their super chats?
More of it, please.
Life is about popularity, Carl.
Yes, exactly.
You might be right about that.
You're just upset because you're at the end of the rankings usually.
Sometimes, only sometimes there, Moody.
We're about to kick you out of the polycule.
I hate that Moody's the popular one. It's really going to his head.
I bring facts, Carl.
You do.
Facts
and graphs.
I'm taking 2 weeks off the show from next week, so see how you go without me. We'll see how it goes.
Coward.
All right, put it on Tukey's channel. I want nothing to do with that. Nobody wants a Moody-less TLP.
Yeah, and you're doing. And by the way, you're doing next week as well, Carl, because I want the 29th.
Oh yeah, you got to have the 29th. Yeah. Okay, that makes nothing but sense to me. Good. Let's talk about Aaron's hot take on the wool suit real quick. I got some choice clips here.
Toe.
Baba Hooey Hooey with 199 says, hair looks great, Aaron. Ignore Clubfoot Carl. I don't think I would take any kind of fashion advice from old IT Clubfoot, especially since how's he going to afford shoes to put on those club feet? I took a look at that lawsuit. Oh my God. Whoever wrote that up for John, they did a good job. He's asking for $300,000 a piece. He's also going to get lawyer fees out of that. This is a bankrupting kind of a deal, but
so he says, I read the lawsuit. He did a really good job, and immediately goes to what they're asking for. That's not really the interesting part of the lawsuit. I mean, I guess maybe it's interesting, but it's not whether it's going to be a slam dunk case or not, how much money they're asking for.
The funniest part to me was when he's like, because I driving back from LA, I was listening to Cardiff covering this.
Yeah.
because they read like every point. There's like 60, 70 something points in there.
It's thick.
And everyone's assertion, like the whole show is like, was this written by AI? Like it's so like weirdly plain English, and it says things like padded their wallets and like you know like, all these like
raking in the dough with these events,
raking in the dough, and it's just like these aren't things you would like say to a judge or a
no.
court
You're proving it's a money grab when you have wording like that.
Aaron's take on this was like, dude, it's really well written. It's like, what? That was everyone agreed it was like amateur hour. And Aaron's take on it, like one of the takes was like, dude, like you can tell this lawyer's got it together. It's like, because you understand it.
Yeah, it's funnier than that. I had a call with a couple of attorneys yesterday. And as we were going through it, there were two things that were prevalent. That was laughter and confusion. Those are the two things. When we're going through this thing, they're just like, wait, what does he mean by couch cushions? Like, well, let me explain what happened with the couch cushions. It's fucking crazy. But this idiot Aaron just goes, yeah, no, man, this is really well written. I checked it out. I've talked to a number of attorneys who have read this. No one agrees with that point of view. Not a single one of them.
Literally, it's like, he stole my discarded items. It's like, so you admit you discarded them?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Right. What does that mean?
And then it got stolen? What?
Carl, are you saying you will have a team of lawyers, much like O.J. Simpson had a dream team of lawyers?
Yes.
I'm actually talking to Diddy's team right now.
What?
Yeah, they seem to do a pretty bang up job. So
yeah, we're talking about lawyers though, not his team.
See what you did there. By the way, I should point this out. I was contacted by the New York Post today.
What?
Yeah, this will be coming out in the press. Shuli and I have both, I believe, made statements.
Page 6 item
for the New York Post.
Yes. We're all going to be famous.
That's all this was about for like someone like Vince or something like that. I'm speculating here, but for someone like Vince to get involved in that is just to start to get publicity, hoping that he could use Stuttering Joe's name and all of that in order to elevate himself.
I was offended that there's no mention of the security cam footage of John outside my house at TableCon.
I think
that was the star of the show.
I know.
Pretend these tapes are important all you want. I saved the event.
I think John even understands that those are your tapes. He has nothing,
Right.
Again, I don't want to lean in too much. I don't want to kick a guy while he's down. I don't really need Carl. I know he needs me. I don't really need him.
That's such an insane statement that he makes, that I need him. When I wish people liked him more on my show. Like the other guys that we talk about, like Howard Stern and Opie and Stuttering John and Chris D'Elia and Brendan Schaub, like all of those people I get way more views on. It's very easy to just look at my page and notice that. And Aaron's like, Carl needs me. I actually do this for fun.
We need that embolism to pop on the side of his head. That's what we need.
It's wild.
I will say this. He knows I was right. He has to live the fact that I was right. I think that's punishment enough. I said, you live this shit. You fall too deep down this rabbit hole. You need this shit. You desire it. You crave it. Your inner nerd in high school needs this affirmation. You don't have anything outside of this. Right. You've gotten too close. Icarus, you've flown too close to the sun. You forgot.
Comment, Patrick?
Anyone's real life who is more entangled with their show than Aaron M. Holt?
No.
Is there anyone whose real life is involved in more turmoil and trouble, like both personal and legal, than Aaron M. Holt?
That's what's hilarious about this. It's either projection or he doesn't understand that the rest of us are living very different lives.
The whole, like, touch grass, I have a real rich life outside of this. It's like, you have nothing. Nothing. I mean, like, I'm not even joking around. There's not a free moment of your world where you're not troubled and tortured by all this stuff. Like, it can't be. I'm a human, so I'm able to put myself in that position. I'd never be able to sleep. I'd never be able to rest. This is all encompassing. And again, most of it's self-inflicted, which is not.
If I lived Aaron's...
If you're stressing at all about these HROs, like, you started this.
Patrick, it's worse than that. If I had Aaron's lifestyle, or I had Aaron's life, and take all of the legal shit out, the felony charge looming over me, these HROs, all this other shit, none of that's in there. But I'm just doing Aaron's show, I would quit. he's miserable. If I had to beg for the goal nonstop every day, I'd be like, what am I doing? I'll just go get a fucking job somewhere. It sucks.
Yeah. The projection.
Do
the projection
the show
is
as a
great.
hobby.
Right. Yeah. Do it as fun. And then you have to beg for money.
You'd be making a great living if you had a full-time job and did your show. Like he'd be well off.
Is that true, Tukey?
Yes. You idiot.
And he might like rediscover passion for it because it's lost.
Yeah,
like he's trapped. He thinks that this is the only way for him to get money, and he is done with it. He has to press go live regardless of how
Because
he's feeling.
Tukey and I get a lot of shit for only doing one show a week, but it's like, you know, Tukey has a job. I have my gig at Circuit City.
Right.
We're all doing stuff, you know, like I have a full-time gig. Okay?
Aren't you like part of the Geek Squad over there? You're like helping people find
Also, I
USB
work
cables.
at Smoothie King. So I'm very.
Patrick shows up just like, by the way, if you're gonna do a live event, you gotta have a lot of USB cables. Thanks, Patrick. We'll remember that for next time.
Shut
You've
up.
gotten too close. Icarus, you've flown too close to the sun. You forgot why people loved you, and you started doing business with really shady, creepy, f***ed up, mentally
That's
ill
not the
people.
story of Icarus. Icarus did not forget why people loved him, and that's why he flew too close to the sun.
Shut up. You don't know.
He flew too close to the sun because he was overly ambitious and he had wax wings, and it melted the wings.
This is what happens. This is what
What was
happens.
wrong with Elon's
Carl
first
had a
flight?
path.
Guys,
It's not, he thinks look. Aaron thinks he's so clever. He keeps bringing up these references to shit he doesn't really know the details of, and it's always wrong. He says words like "they just want to live vicariously through you." No, they don't. No one wants your shitty life. Like that's how he uses those sorts of words, and he uses Overton window when he just means window. Like it's just you
It's
don't
like the
need to.
Three Little Pigs. It's like you can huff and puff, but it's better if you just bring a lockpicking kit.
But you're right. He's so excited that Carl's going through this because finally he has something he knows about. Because he knows exactly how Carl, you know, in a way, how Carl must be feeling about all this kind of crap. So he actually has something to talk about.
All right. Well, I want your guys' take on what he's about to say right here because I don't understand it.
This is what happens. This is what happens. Carl had a path. He chose to take the shortcut, which is now he's finding out the longest road, and he's very nervous about it. You should be.
Right.
How did I take a shortcut?
The shortcut was a mirage. It's actually the longest road.
What does he talk? But what does he mean by that? He said that many times. I've taken a shortcut. What does he mean by that?
He said it's short money to make fun of him. Like you should really like figure out how to make a show that has some longevity to it. And
I've been doing the same show since 2016. It's called Who Are These Podcasts? We make fun of other podcasts. What is he talking about?
No.
What
Yeah, but
shortcut? And not
no
for
other
nothing.
show makes a living off their show than him. He actually came up with that format.
But not for nothing. If the shortcut was making fun of Aaron wasn't mentioned in the lawsuit. It has nothing to do with Aaron. Why do I have a lawsuit because I started making fun of Aaron?
He believes that if you this just doesn't make sense. So but bear with me. He believes that if you are making money through mentioning or talking about other people, then you're opening yourself up to a whole lot of legal trouble as well as doing hack shit because that's not a real show. He says this while he's talking about you, Carl. Like it just doesn't
and other people all the time.
And what is a show like? What is the news? What does he think the news is?
I know.
Other than talking about other people.
The news is derivative of life, and you talking about the news is derivative of that. It's like he doesn't understand anything. It's like it's all.
Well,
we're all
check this out.
talking about things. Like
check this out. This is him proving he does not understand this case or anything that's going on.
Citizen. Baba Booey Hooey with 199 says John's lawyer misspelled his own name. What a goof. I mean, you can cope with it any way you want, but here's the problem. Your little internet giggles are not going to get around the fact that the case they've presented is very good. You can't use someone's name, image, and likeness without their permission to promote and make untold amounts of money. You open yourself up to litigation.
It's like they all think you made posters with John's picture on them that were like John Melendez, one night only at Double Two. It's like they all think that's what's happening.
So he just said
you use John's name to make an event happen. It's like, no, come out. We're going to be making fun of John Melendez. John's not going to be here.
He just said you can't use other people's images, likeness, names to promote something. Look at every fucking thumbnail on his page right here.
Right.
You have Howard Stern, you have Tucker
Like Moody said,
Carlson.
like, we've got a story about Sydney Sweeney coming up. You're not going to want to miss.
Right. There's Mark Maron on here. There's Joe Rogan, JD Vance. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
While we're here, do you want to click that playlist and look at the 2 playlists he's got on his channel?
I'd love to.
Or 3?
Chad Zumach Decimation. Okay. Brendan Schaub Reaction and DSP Playlist.
Right.
Oh, dude, that's a shortcut.
Yeah.
That's a shortcut, my man.
He's done 27 episodes about DSP, which he is well past in terms of bigging.
He
And then
probably
the other
knows
two.
a lot about shortcuts because he's taken every one of them and had to backtrack out and try something else.
Right.
Yeah. And the saying is shortcuts make long delays. It's not the shortcut is the longest path.
Right,
That doesn't
right.
make sense.
By the way, if the person who runs Is It Gay is watching, feel free to hop on because Tuki's got to get
he's
going
already
in a minute.
here.
Tuki's got to get going in a minute.
Patrick's here already. What do you mean?
I
Oh,
run
no,
Is It Gay. You
There,
fucking
no. There's a new sheriff in town.
They're gonna have to pay the piper on that deal, and maybe John's legal fees. Look, lawyers don't take lawsuits unless they think they can get money back. So whoever took this for him, they think he's got a strong case. So
Is that true? I think lawyers take any work from any sucker who will pay them.
This is how dumb he is.
Lawyers,
He just said frivolous lawsuits don't exist.
He thinks all lawyers work on contingency because that's that's the type of lawyer he speaks to.
I would like, because he does flat rate strip mall lawyers.
Right.
I would like to purchase 1 lawsuit, please.
Right.
One lawsuit credit.
And then when he went to those lawyers, they'd be like, look, I can only take this case for free if there was something that you could win at the end of it. And I don't see that happening for you. That's how he thinks. The money that these lawyers get is coming from John. Like, that's who's paying them. So
What he just said was, it's a lawyer's worst nightmare to have legal issues drawn out with no clear winner ad infinitum. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's what the whole business is.
Right.
They don't give a fuck who wins. They all win. It's like the Democrats and the Republicans. You still have a side, you fucking idiot. They're all just laughing at you.
I couldn't believe he said that. It just shows he has no knowledge of what's going on in this case.
He's acting like this lawsuit was written on some sort of like wizard paper that makes your wishes come true. So he's he wrote 600,000. He's gonna get that and his legal fees back.
Thank you for taking my case. I guess that means you think I'm going to win. Do you think we actually have to go to the court part of this now?
Like, I also have a feeling that there's a lawsuit headed my way because he said he wouldn't sue anybody around him because they don't have anything worth taking. So that's how I know he's definitely working on it.
All right. By the way, Patrick, do you have the stinger ready for this game that we're about to play? Let's hear it.
You ready now?
I am.
All right. Oh, fuck. I have to turn that up. Sorry.
Okay.
Is it gay? Is it gay? Is it gay? I don't know. Is it gay?
And the star of Is It Gay? WATP review girl, Megan.
I can't believe I'm on this show.
What's up, Megan?
What's up, everyone?
Welcome.
Hi. What's up,
Just
Trainer?
breathe. Just breathe.
What?
Hi, Patrick.
A question I have about
this game who had this idea for this game?
I did.
And why wouldn't you bring it to me?
It was a collaboration.
Yeah,
This is
Carl
fucked
wanted
up.
to make a game, and then I came up with what it was.
This is fucked up.
that. Just a question about that theme song. Is that you singing in that, Patrick?
No.
Or is it you going at the end?
No.
It sounds like you.
All right. This game is very
You're
easy to
wrong
play.
all the time, so it's not impressive.
This game is very easy to play and very fun. We know that Aaron has no creativity. He never knows any other insult for things other than that it's gay. And so what we do is we play the setup, and then we try to find out if Aaron's going to say that it's gay or not. And we'll start with this one.
Bapa Shab says Saudis don't even enjoy things, Aaron. They have so much money that they throw it at people and barely watch the escapades they put on. Oh, look. I'm sorry. Did you get the idea that I'm like pro-Saudi?
All right, is being pro-Saudi gay? Tukey.
I'm going to say being pro-Saudi is not gay.
Patrick?
Gay!
Moody.
Yeah, I don't think this is gay.
Carl?
I'm also going not gay.
You don't
we
know
go.
the game.
These are fucking weird. They're borderline aliens. I don't understand them.
All right. Weird.
Wow. Fuck.
This guy can be called, is it weird or gay? Because those are the only two things I've ever heard him say out here.
He's said other things before.
Maybe a couple. All right. So
Opie does weird more than gay. Opie's like, you guys are weird. Everything's weird. You're being weird.
Oh, we'll have an Opie game soon enough. Don't worry. All right. So we have a three-way tie. Moody, Carl, and Tukey all got a W on that one. Another wins for the
Sounds like we know how the
TLPs.
game works.
All right. Here's number 2.
383 Novocaine becoming a member for 38 months. Thank you. Says our summer camp, we would put Nair in the kids' shampoo that would jack off at night. You could hear him scream across the camp. Holy shit, 38 months. Wait a minute. You were putting Nair in the shampoo and they would use shampoo to jack off and they... I'm sure when you typed that and the way you remember that, it's a very funny story. Not saying it's not.
All right, is putting Nair in somebody's shampoo gay? Moody?
Gay!
I think Patrick jumped in front of the line there.
Yeah, I think this is gay. It's this one's tricky because could it be so gay it goes off the charts gay that it goes back to not being gay? But I think
it's too gay to be gay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gay.
You're going gay.
Not
Pat's going
gay.
Tukey, not gay. I'm going gay.
Not gay.
All right. Tukey can take the lead here if it's not gay.
I'm just saying, as I read it, as it comes off to me, I'm picking up a lot of gay.
Yes.
Ah, you fucking asshole. You piece of garbage.
I got to say, I suck at this game, and I'm 2 for 2 today, so I'm excited about this.
Got to keep an open mind.
All right. Round 3.
Holy crap, I didn't expect that.
I was just going to say, numero uno, I don't want him to get mad at me. I don't want him to call me a liar. Numero uno had nothing to do with this clip. I grabbed this clip completely on my own. I don't want to unfairly give him any credit. This was all me. Jesus, you guys, just calm down for a day.
I'm the realest nigga on the internet that's in the middle of my generational run.
All right, is I don't know, is Nick Fuentes gay?
Yes.
Referring to this game, or just that's your answer?
Yes.
In
yes
the-
to. Yes.
I
to
guess in the
both.
context of Aaron showing a clip about him.
Yeah. Yes.
Carl?
Actually,
It's
don't,
gay.
I don't feel the ramp up to gay in this one. I'm going to say not gay.
If I had a ramp up to this particular clip, it would have taken too long. So
Well, with that clue, I'm going to go it's gay.
Not gay, nigga.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Every time Tukey watches Nick Fuentes, he gets all excited.
Yeah, Nick said it.
How dare you?
First of all, that is the gayest thing
Yes!
I've ever heard someone brag about in my life.
What did I pick?
Oh, you said not gay.
Ah,
And then a slur.
Megan, that was a tell, but thank you. I appreciate that. Very helpful.
okay,
so-
I gotta go. I love you all more than a friend. I forfeit. I
All
forfeit.
right.
I lose.
Bye, Tukey. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. You know we actually have something to do because no one leaves in the middle of, is it gay? This
Yeah.
is round 4. I think I'm in the lead right now. Let's go along with, let's just say that.
You are.
You and me are tied, Carl.
What?
Yeah, you keep stealing my answers like you stole this show and went to Shuley. Are you going to go to Shuley with my answers? That's what's going to happen.
Not a
next.
bad idea, actually. Sure, you can use those answers.
Megan steals the segment. Carl steals entire shows.
He's like,
this is why I'm getting Venmos.
Hey, Shuley, I just heard from Moody, not gay, gay, gay. That's what we got to do next time.
Numero uno, Josh Denny fan and I just got into that fun back and forth we were just doing because I told him before the show, I really don't have any good stories today. I need you to get things. Nope, camera's fucking up again. Well, I think that's just what we're doing today.
What's his white balance
That
doing?
is so
lately?
strange. I have not moved a goddamn thing. Huh.
Wait, is that?
And I wanted it to move. And I wanted it to move.
Was that the prompt, or is there another? Is there another one? Megan?
So it seemed like he was having an issue with his, like you said, his white balance. So are his camera issues gay, Patrick?
Of course.
Carl?
I want to say they are. Yeah, I think that's right.
I don't think they're gay.
All right, Moody can take the lead here.
You're gonna like the way you look.
Let's go.
That is very weird. I haven't touched anything. I'm just going to ignore it and hope it goes away. That's the way adults handle it.
Look at that. Look at it shifting from pink to blue.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Moody is taking the lead. This is round 5.
Let him have it. He doesn't he doesn't get any money for these shows. Let him have it.
All right, good point. Good point. Round 5. If it's tied for this round, we do have a bonus round, but Moody could win it all on this round right here.
Can he?
Now that is, forget viewership because that goes up and down, forget all that stuff. That is a good test as to where I'm at. And that is a clear fallen off thing. That we used to be able to run those tests and that would be great. But not now. Not working now. That's how you know that, it's just not your day anymore. Chevy fan says, lean into drama. People hate politics. It's not engaging anymore.
All right. Is leaning into drama gay? Patrick?
Currently, yes. In this current climate, drama's so gay.
What do you think, Carl?
I think it is gay, although I need a point, so I'm gonna go gay.
I was ready to say gay right from the first 2 seconds of this. His tone, you could tell before he even said it, he was itching to get a gay out. It's gay.
All right.
He's itching to get a gay out?
He is. Take it to the bank.
This is gonna get us nowhere, but let's find out if we're all right.
People overwhelmingly hate Trump. No, if you think drama is good, you're fucking gay.
Yep.
It's a
Of course that was the case.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're the big winner, but there's a rule on this game that you don't know about, Moody. And that is that we have a bonus round that I can score 2 points on and no one else can score more than 1 point.
All right, so we'd be even.
Right. Like I could possibly tie you on this bonus.
Oh no, you'd be one ahead. Yeah.
Round
okay.
6. Yeah. That's why I make it that way. Otherwise I give myself 5 points, but just make it easy.
Right. Do you get negative 10 points if you're a member of the Isotopes?
Why would that happen? Why would that be the case? Motherfucker.
Have you heard the Isotope?
I have actually. All right, here's a bonus round.
Vodka Rock says that cop pulls you over, says you're a naughty boy, then drops and sucks you off, then still gives you a ticket. I really don't know how to feel about that.
All right, so is
I knew how to quit you.
how do I ask this? Is being sucked off by a police officer instead of taking the ticket gay? Patrick.
Gay.
I'm going not gay. I'm going not gay on this one.
Let's give Carl a chance. I'm
Stop
gonna
it!
go gay.
I'm not a charity. I'm not a fucking charity, Moody. What do you think?
You're asking for gold. You're asking for gold,
No,
buddy.
he's a charity.
I say gay.
You're going gay. All right.
I mean, if I say I'd rather just not have the ticket, I mean, that makes me gay, right? Then you're a gay guy for saying that.
All right. Very good. Thank you very much. Megan, review girl from W.
Is it gay? Is it gay? Is it gay? I don't know. Is it gay? Is it gay? Is it gay? I don't know.
I just want to point out the only thing ripped off is the name of the game. This is a very different game than what you used to do.
Is he? I'm just looking for the next game she plays, which is like saying what you would do in Aaron's situation, like a moral scruple sort of thing. Maybe you could call it Scruples, and you play that next.
I actually have another game idea that came in from a listener that I might develop. This is a pretty good idea. It's called Aaron Imholt or Dark Side Phil. And what you do is you read a passage of someone begging for money and try to figure out if that's Dark Side Phil or Aaron Imholt.
That's not bad.
That's a pretty good idea. I like that one. I think that'd be a tough
There's
one.
also bad podcast of the week where you find a podcast
Carl
that's
ripped off
bad.
Carl's whole show is this.
Get ready for some good old-fashioned name calling.
That was something that you said.
I was just bullshitting. And you know this, man.
It's time for the NLO Bad Podcast of the Week.
2005 we started.
Oh, I haven't heard that in so long.
Ripped it off, and then Carl ripped it off.
Well, we have something similar that's
Cringe of the week. Cringe of the week.
but yes, you influenced us all, Patrick. We'd be
Thank
nowhere.
you. That's all I want. Just a little credit every once in a
We'd
while.
be nowhere without you, Patrick.
I'm the
You're
I'm the Podfather.
You're like the Beatles to the Dabbleverse. Like we all go back and go, well, that was my first influence. That's the reason why.
Chad this week said he invented sniping. We were sniping Zipperfish Radio in 2008. Come on, man. We invented all of it.
Did you just call Patrick four men?
By volume.
You're like this group of men.
Listen, if you want to give money to Stuttering John Melendez, and why wouldn't you? You can do that at supertip.gg/WTP like my friend KJ is doing with $50 Rinos coming in on here. Thank you, KJ. Aaron started off telling Scott about his homeless guy because he had been in a bunch of street fights, but now wanted to learn how to do it right. So yeah, Scott didn't want this guy there. Good point.
Yeah,
This
I
guy,
always feel like guys who know how to street fight have no interest in like restricting that. They
is
don't
my
go
technique
like,
okay when I'm pummeling this guy?
I can beat anybody's ass out here on the streets, but what I'd like to do is have somebody tell me what I'm not allowed to do when fighting. That would be great.
But it doesn't make
Scott
any sense.
also
Like,
strikes me
can I
as
knee them in the nuts? No, you can't. Well, then I'm out. That's one of my moves.
If this guy had come in and been like, look, I really want to learn boxing. I'll I'll clean the changing rooms. I'll do like whatever. I'll do work around here to help so that I could get boxing lessons. I think Scott would have accepted that.
Well, that's what Aaron did.
He seems old school. Right.
Thank you, KJ. Love you more than a friend. This is Amanda Nappy coming in, I think.
John, I've almost completed my hostile takeover of this little piggy and point dabble point. Do we still have a deal?
Yes, Lady K. You turn those podcasts over to me, and I'll drop you from my lolcow suit. Me and the midget attorney have big plans. Skull.
Okay, and don't forget, I'll also feed your cats. Just do it.
Is it your theory that Vince the lawyer is behind this?
I don't have any theories.
Because didn't Vince sue John and get a judgment against him for money?
They settled out of court.
Right.
Vince sued John for
$12.5
$12.5 million.
But then they settled, but John did have to pay Vince some money, we think, right?
We think so, yeah.
And it seems
so maybe
so
you make a
weird.
deal like that where you start kicking over some of these super tips to John. He drops this whole thing, make it all go away, leave it all on Shuley.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
no, that's a great idea.
Whoever
I should take
makes
this frivolous
the deal-
lawsuit, reward this asshole for
Yeah, but
suing me.
whoever cuts a deal with him first, he might show leniency, and then that'll. Because
I gotta race Shuley to cut a deal.
Yes, you admit guilt, you write a check, and it strengthens his lawsuit against Shuley. You kind of fuck Shuley over, and you get out of it.
All right, let me change my comments to the New York Post real quick. If you guys could stall time for a second. No, I will not be doing any of that. We will be fighting this. Average Cracker coming in.
There's only one way this is going to end. That's with me visiting my hero, Chris Benoit. TikTok.
Say it ain't so.
He's not. Like he loves himself too much to do anything.
That's the one thing I've learned about narcissists. You don't have to worry about them going to Greenland at any time. They're very comfortable for some reason.
They'll fantasize about their funeral, but they'll never commit to it because they want to be there.
That's so true. Remember Bert Kreischer? There was a few months ago. He's talking about how he'd love to see how people who comes to his funeral and how they react.
And I wish Bert was here. He would love this. He'd be having a good time. Like it's like, what the fuck?
Wow, that's a personality disorder right there. Amanda Nappy coming back in again.
I don't understand. Steel Toe calling Carl an IT nerd. He's obviously a band nerd, so his AV skills are okay, but his IT skills are obviously shit. Listen to the WATP archives.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
Carl has Scrum Master energy.
What is that?
And I'm leaving it at that. Those who know.
Scrum Master energy?
Yeah.
Is that a New Zealand thing? Is that like a rugby move or something?
It is, but that's not what this is about.
Ricky Bev coming in.
I walked into the showers, and there they were, Aaron and this huge black fella. Aaron milking him like a cow, trying to get that sweet SEME in. Gay F words.
Oh, Scotty wants to learn.
We're trading over here. Leave us alone. Anonymous.
Hello, Tookie. Come to my art studio. I'll tickle you more way than one. Love you more than a friend.
So I'll relay that to Tukey for you. Amanda Nappy again.
Hunches, quit telling people you're sunburned. You know you're that color because of the 22 Hailey Bieber smoothies you suck down like a blowjob queen.
How were those smoothies there, Patrick?
I was
Pretty good.
in the nose last night. It's so fucking red and sore. It's so bad.
I don't know why a guy like you wants to go to the beach. Doesn't seem like
talking about. But just a human, Carl. I just enjoy the simpler things in life.
All
Jesus Christ, I'm not Aaron. I'm not afraid of the ocean.
All right. That's true.
He
How
hasn't
were the
seen the
smoothies though
ocean
at Haley
Oh my
Bieber's
God.
thing?
Get yourself a Hailey Bieber strawberry glaze smoothie at Erewhon. Do yourself a favor. Yes, they're $20, but that's just one super tip.
It's true. Blackcast, Christian Black coming in.
Aaron is making some real sense here. I'm convinced Carl will be sharing a cell with Podcast Hitman by this time next year.
Very possible. I got to get in touch with Podcast Hitman.
What else will Carl steal? John's couch cushions. Point, dabble, point. That little blooming onion, Megan. Is it gay? Now he's being sued to keep up with Melton. We see you, Lady K.
Carl got jealous of all my lawyer fees. He's like, "Aw, I want to pay a lawyer needlessly out the ass."
Yeah, it's so fun. Connor says, Megan, you should do a stream on Friday nights where you play music for 2 hours. Always end with Nelly.
Yes, you traitor
bitch. Ladies, just you wait until I trounce Lady K in the court of law. I'm investing my winnings in Viagra and cocaine. We are having the time of our lives. Speaking of, hello, Megan. How are you doing?
Oh, man, you're speaking her language. Cocaine and Viagra? Uh-oh. You're going to win her over with that.
Sounds
Club
like a fun
102
night.
coming in again.
Getting sucked off by a cop is super gay, but slurping cum out of a woman is alpha male guy stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Because one comes from a woman, the
guy
other's from a man. It's different. Makes sense.
To me. Ruin Asylum. Carl, I too am Clubfoot King. Big Whop?
Big whoop?
I think that's what he means.
I'm club fucking footed, you ass wipe.
Cash coming in with $5. Aaron is going to buy Mr. Microphone so he can say he is on the radio.
I actually was looking into whether like how much it would cost to run your own radio station in St. Cloud.
Oh, good point. That can't be too much.
It depends. So you can run a non-corporate one for about $15,000 to $20,000, which seems really attainable
per year.
But that'd be like a community station or anything or something
per
like
year.
that.
You could do that.
Yeah, like just to start off, and then you pay like $2,000 to $5,000 a year for the costs.
Well, just do that then, Aaron. He wanted to get the job for free.
But you
Sounds
can't,
like a good investment.
Yeah, you can't get money for it though. But I did look into some of the call signs.
Right.
KKKK is available. K-cum is also available.
That's
he needs
good.
to be K because he's west of the Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I love that
there's
you
some
know
good
shit
ones.
like that. I love that you New Zealanders know so much about this stupid country.
I get like I get thoughts that I want to figure out if they're correct, and it takes me down weird paths.
All right.
Relatable.
Autism is great. Naturally negative $5. Good luck with the lawsuit, Carl. It's amazing how many murderers you've accidentally interacted with. Really makes me worried about the Opie situation. Yeah, a guy I went to, I played soccer with in high school. I went to high school with, graduated with, murdered his uncle. That was weird. And then Podcast Hitman, a fan of the show who was on the show once, murdered his girlfriend. I think that's the extent of it, but
wow,
who knows? Who knows? Hey, Baylor $10. In the same sentence, Aaron said you guys don't have any money worth suing over, and you have made gobs of money off of he and John. That's toe logic in a nutshell. Yeah, I can't figure out if I'm destitute or if I've taken the wrong path to make all this money.
Getting an HRO is bitch made until I do it.
Right. He's insane. A geezer, $5. Help, he heard Aaron. Now I'm trying to talk Lauren Michaels off a ledge. He'll be ruined. What does that mean?
Dunno.
Try again, A geezer. Principal uncertainty, 10 pounds. You know, some of these guys, they go back and forth between the super tip and the super chat. They like to get in both places.
Annoying. Just use super tip. We
Super
like
tip
money.
is better. We prefer super tip.
You're basically giving money to YouTube, you animals.
But we love you, Principal Uncertainty. He says for 10 pounds, my gray NLO hat with the white emblem looks like a very cheeky KKK member. I know it's immature, but it adds value for me.
All right.
People are loving the Stonies gear. NobodyLikesOnions.com/store. I got an email today about a woman who loves her tank top. People are loving the Stonies gear. Pick it up at the NobodyLikesOnions.com store. You can't get it at Stonies. You can only get it at the NLO store.
That is true. So the next lawsuit will definitely be Stonies versus Patrick Melton.
Oh no!
Oh no! He's gonna lose tens of dollars.
You have to prove damages. You don't sell merch. We have two people who say you won't sell merch. So you've lost $0.
Why are you arguing the case to us right now on TLP? This isn't a real case right now.
Oh,
guys, I want to remind everyone that Aaron is making us all lose our minds and spurg out and cope and seethe. And Aaron, meanwhile, is cool as a cucumber.
You could do this with any of us, though.
I don't know. I don't know about that. His facial expressions are wild.
I will say this. Do you have a way to zoom in?
Yes, I do.
Can you that center bottom one with the hair when he?
Yes.
You guys went over this on Point Dabble Point for some reason.
I did, and no one seemed to give a shit. I was like, "This is amazing."
I need to comment on this.
Thank
the
you.
hair being combed from the back straight to the front.
I've never
There's
seen that before.
If you can go in even one more, there is a piece. There's a strand that's coming from the very back, all the way to the point, all the way to the point. He's combing hair from the back of his neck up to his fucking forehead.
Do you know what
we had no idea this was going on.
Do you know what he called this on his show the next day? He called this a middle part.
This
Just
is
the
middle
front
part.
is middle part.
This is not a middle
Just the
part.
little front.
Middle part of his medulla oblongata. Jesus.
You can like do the weather patterns or like a terrain map on this. So what I think he does is he'll comb everything forward, then he'll do like a side part from the middle because Miss Tay told him she liked that.
Right.
And then he sees that he's got like a big receding hairline here, and so he borrows a little bit and then covers it. And that's how you get that. That's what I think.
It's
But
a
we
triple.
never see it with the headphones off. I'm amazed this left side, the right side of his head is short hair, but the other side is all this long hair that he's combed up from the back of his neck to the front of his head. It's comical. Like
I've never seen anything like this. He literally has 3 different comb overs at the same time.
Right. And if you zoom out again, Carl.
Jeez, what am I, your fucking monkey?
Yeah. This is
Good
you were
point.
talking about the Beatles before. Like this is a hard day's goal, not a hard day's night.
what's going on with the neck skin there and that one above the hair picture? Like, whoa, that looks like Stephen Hawking trying to use his blow straw.
I think he needs a mohawk. Just
Holy shit.
shave
That's
and
not
go
a bad
up.
idea. You're right, because he's got the widow's peak. If he went all in on the mohawk, that would actually work for him.
Just have
Who
some
made
fun
this?
with
Can
it.
we put this on a shirt?
Yeah.
You need to make an album of him seething. There's
Bird, which is bald eagle on the subreddit. Put
Holy
this together.
shit.
Called Felt. Very well done.
I
You guys want to talk about Beggy Monster a little bit?
Yeah, just one other thing. I saw, like, I was looking through his comments, and he is arguing with people in the comments as well.
Oh yeah. You sent that
Like-
over to me. Do you want to share any of that, or
I could.
you don't have to?
Yeah, I could. It doesn't need to.
It doesn't
but
matter. You can explain
basically,
it.
he's like having like tete-a-tetes with people in the comments, just saying arguing with people, like long paragraphs, while not on the show, like talk about staying offline. And he's in that he thinks that he is immune from civil suits, which I found crazy.
He's said that for a while, like, Nick can't sue me. It's all going to be settled. I took a plea. It's like,
he has no understanding of criminal versus civil. He has no, like, how do you not know that with O.J. Simpson alone? The fact that there was a criminal and a civil.
If Todd V. Peterson was worth the money that you paid him, he would have urged you to get a no contest plea rather than a guilty plea. Because a no contest plea means that you take the same punishment as if you were guilty, but you're not openly admitting to the crime, which means that you don't open yourself up to civil cases down the line. Now, if Nick chooses to sue you for what you did to Kayla, sharing her photo, you can't say that you didn't share the photo because you said to the court,
admitted it in court. Yeah.
You've admitted that you've done that. Whereas no contest means punish me as if I did it.
And it doesn't matter because he's admitted it on his show, and he's admitted that it was out of what's the wording he used? That I was bullying her. I was
it was a bully thing to do. And
well, speaking of the fact that he doesn't know anything about how the law works, this is one more clip that I want to play for you guys. It just shows how dumb he is.
Internet world, but in the real world, I mean, this kind of stuff, it can cost you money. I'm sorry, and I know you're probably listening to the two guys who are shitting their pants right now and trying to project confidence, but I think they would even be told if they got an attorney, I think he would tell them, guys, let's cool it for a while. So
Carl,
I think you'll see more steel toe stuff just because.
Sorry, do you want me to show them my underpants? You already pulled them out right now and present them.
Pants check. I bet
they're
there's shit everywhere, Carl.
Did you notice I'm getting taller while the show has gone on?
Because there's nobody else who can make them money, and those guys are irrelevant.
Oh, this is funny. So this is Aaron. He said he read this lawsuit, and it's a good lawsuit, and he thinks he understands it.
An attorney, and I think he would tell them, guys, let's cool it for a while.
So if I talked to an attorney, I did. He would say, guys, cool it for a while. I did the longest Stuttering John segment I've done in forever on WATP this week. It's over an hour long. And fuck Stuttering John Melendez. He's a cunt. I'm not cooling it with that asshole. What were you going to say?
Sorry, go ahead, Moody.
I'm saying, like, he's saying that you guys can't do a show without talking about Stuttering John.
Right.
But also, you can't do a show without talking about Aaron?
Yeah, so let me finish up his thought, because that's what he goes into right here.
So I think you'll see more steel toe stuff just because there's nobody else who can make them money, and those guys are irrelevant without me.
Does he doesn't think that, right? He doesn't believe that's true?
I mean, and it's true. Point Double Point is just turned into Aaron.
It's not true. Right. It's not true. Opie has murdered his family. They're buried underneath the house. You don't think that's interesting, Patrick?
No.
You're not following that?
No.
You're insane. The greatest fucking thing we have going right now.
You're pivoting to the new Stuttering John. He's officially been chosen, and I picked this horse 2 years ago, and you guys are just getting on board. You said she was upstairs making candied bacon, loser.
First off, remind me, Moody, when are we up to our 1 year anniversary of this little piggy? I'm just fucking jumping on now.
We're 11 months in. Yeah.
Thank you. Patrick trying to rewrite history. He's trying to gaslight the audience.
That's
all this guy does is fucking gaslight his audience all fucking day.
You're sounding like Soft Weekly there, Patrick. I was doing stuff first. Why don't you have me on your show?
The Megan is it gay thing is the last straw. It's just like I can feel when someone's trying on my skin, and I don't like it.
I know. Mm-hmm. I saw the end of your show yesterday, and I felt like, I don't know, Patrick and I are still friends anymore, and it's all Megan's fault.
Oh.
I know you're getting in between our friendship.
So much of Aaron to make fun of. Back off.
We need to be more territorial around here.
Yoko over here.
Probably.
Yoko wasn't attractive though. Let's be honest.
Let's talk. We called her that.
Damn. She's right here.
Thank
she
you.
Can hear you. She can hear you, Patrick.
Got him.
Let's talk Beggy Monster. Beggy Monster came out in full force earlier in the week this week.
Real quick before you do this, he did also say there was a comment quickly just in passing where someone was like, you should get an HRO. And he's like, why? The county won't even enforce him anyway. Yeah. Which seems to indicate he has been going to the county with what he thinks are violations. And there's some stuff going on behind the scenes that I can't say what's happening, but like that's what's been happening. There's like things Aaron is convinced are violations, and the county is basically telling him like, read.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand what the HR, like what the temporary restraining order is and what the conditions are.
It reminds me of when you and Nick hacked his Google account, and he went to the FBI with that.
Right.
And
Look,
he was just like, "Yeah, went back to the FBI again today."
Jerking off to cuck porn right here, and they posted it. Hello.
This is my cuck porn. Look, I used this tissue right here, backdate it, do the carbon dating.
Gross.
He used to
All right,
leave
guys,
his cup
we've
tissues
got only
around
15
the radio station.
Yeah,
that's true.
Did we
We
forget
know.
that?
We know.
Never
So
forget.
gross.
So it's a weird anecdote to tell, Moody. I'll be honest. If I was an HR professional, if I was in the HR department, I'd be like, I wish he didn't say that. Now we got to have 5 fucking meetings. Thanks a lot, idiot.
Minutes left. I don't know how else to ask in a way that gets results. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants.
He doesn't know how else to ask. That's it.
We know, or else you would have figured it out by now.
Right.
Like, you know, every day he's like, it's like Groundhog Day with like, how do I get $300 out of these fucking suckers? All right, let's try this.
He's not asking though. He's just stating things that he would like.
Right.
Good portion of the next 15 minutes of this show will be me trying to encourage a rally. Knock out that last $90.
What kind of radio tease is that? He should be more professional than this. Like you heard me earlier say, hey, coming up, we're going to talk about Beggy Monster. I got some stuff about the wool suit and Aaron's comments. Like those are things people might be interested in. I don't go, oh, and later we're just going to read a bunch of super chats that come in and some unfunny super tips.
We were watching United States of Australia did this video on like all the times he said gay in one show, and we were watching it last night.
Yeah.
And I had to stop everybody and kind of like go reset and say, we're so used to watching him now that we get desensitized to this stuff. It's bananas. Like you got to really stop and go, this is an insane adult. And I had another one of those moments just now with watching Johnny next to him. It's like, what rational person on earth would think that Johnny is necessary or adds anything to this program or needs to be there? Like, why is he there? And we've just accepted it now. And it's like, oh, Johnny's there on Monday and Tuesday. Why? What is going on? What is this show? This is bananas.
Can I answer that question?
Look at it and go, what the fuck is this?
Can I answer that question for real?
Yes.
Aaron used to have a whole stable of co-hosts. That was kind of his thing.
But they all were Johnny. They all suck.
They all suck. But if he loses Johnny, then he's got no one. That's the last thing he's holding on to.
The last thing that makes it a morning show.
Right.
Is Johnny.
I think so.
It's getting to the point where he won't be able to afford Johnny anymore. Like it's getting close to that. It's hard to hit the goal.
Dude, anyone can afford Johnny. I mean, what kind of money do you think he demands for this?
$50 a show.
$50
or
for 4.5 hours.
75 is what he put
a
him
month
up to.
away from being homeless. So
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
Do you think he can
bawling
knock
his
him
eyes
back?
out at the event about it.
Do you think Aaron could like pull Johnny aside and be like, look, I'm going through some real legal things to protect my family. We're going to need to knock you back to $50 a week or $50 a show.
Yeah, of course.
And Johnny will
what would
accept
Johnny
it.
say? He's just he got nowhere else to go.
He actually, yeah. The other day, Aaron said when people were saying that Johnny was only paid $50 for the anniversary show.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron made a joke and said, that's like, if people believe that, then they'd believe that I'd like go over to your house and slap you around in the face and you'd say, yes, thank you. I believe he would be okay with that. Like, I think Aaron could hit Johnny and Johnny would still show up on the show.
Johnny cries if you say he's not funny. Why do you think he'd want to get slapped in the face? Johnny's a very sensitive boy, Moody.
Yes, but he's really got no spine, and that's not an MS joke or anything like
no,
that.
you should have left it at that. That you actually brought that in for the landing, and then you took it right back off again.
Works like a Jello jiggler. He's got one.
Right. It's just he's He's got nothing, he's got the sense of duty to Aaron because Aaron saved his life. Johnny was gonna kill himself, and then he decided not to because Aaron showed him the magic of comedy,
which is one of the earlier things Aaron did that was despicable.
Jesus.
Appreciate it, but please, guys, push forward that last 90 and get us a win. We had a perfect week. I mean, we've had perfect weeks forever and ever, dating back months now, but like...
All right, I want to talk about the perfect week. This has lost all meaning.
Yeah.
I don't even know why he brings up a perfect week.
It used to mean so much.
I know, like that wasn't he used to keep track of how many weeks in a row, and he'd have it on the whiteboard, he'd miss, and like, we're starting over again. Now it's just like every week's a perfect week. We see him miss goals all the time. The whole boy group makes up for it, or whoever, Rabbi Smoothie, whatever, gives him hundreds of dollars and behind the scenes.
Is that another drink at Erewhon?
Probably. But
shut up.
The idea that he's getting these perfect weeks and they don't really mean, like, the way you define it's completely changed. It's similar to like the unemployment rate where they've just decided like we'll just change the way we calculate.
We're not
this.
in a recession.
Yeah, we have a 2% unemployment rate. Like, sure, that makes perfect sense, I guess. But it's the same thing with the perfect week. I would love to hear a psychologist just sit down with him and just go, why was the week perfect, Aaron? Can you explain what makes it so perfect?
We hit all our goals.
Yeah, I made exactly this amount of money.
Yeah.
Actually, there's something he says coming up here that I would like to psychoanalyze at some point. Maybe we'll get Adam Bush on here.
My prediction is that he calls it a perfect week if he hits every goal during that week. Yeah, but that leaves a gap for another more perfect week, which named TBD, where he doesn't need to beg for the goal in order to get the hit the goals.
Perfect plus.
Yeah, perfect plus. Perfect
ad
deluxe.
free, perfect plus.
Perfect ultra.
Thank you for joining our perfect premium tier.
Let's stop this part. Let's put a stop to this part and let's get a fucking W for the toe. I would appreciate it.
Would you?
Thank you. Please, whatever it takes, throw in something on Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. I can't tell you how much I love doing this show. That's why I'm so passionate about this goal and I beg so hard and everything else, because it's the
This is the center part hairdo day, isn't it?
Only thing I don't have control of. It's the only thing that's not great about this show, that we need a certain amount of money to keep it going. And God damn, if I can just hit that, everything else about everything is fucking
Why
perfect.
can't other shows understand this? Why can't other employed individuals understand this? He needs money, and that's the part he hates. Other shows don't have this issue where they need money and have bills.
Actually, Patrick, that's not the case. Like other people who are like professional broadcasters also need to get paid.
No. Come on, Carl.
No, for real. That's kind of how that works.
No. I don't think you understand. He has child support and like electric bills and internet and gas and a mortgage.
Yeah, I'm actually understanding this. I have bills as well, Patrick, and I have to pay them every month.
But this is what he does all day, and then he needs to make money for doing it to pay those bills. I don't think you.
No. I think I'm following. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. So I also host a show, and I need money from it in order to pay my bills.
Yeah,
you gotta make my nut.
You're not
you
kidding.
You don't get it, Carl. He needs to do a good show that doesn't talk about people. That's a shortcut.
No drama.
That's where I'm fucking up.
If he wanted to just make money, he could do that, but he's chosen a more honorable path.
Mm-hmm. Patrick, to your point, where we kind of like, we hear this so much that we gloss over it and it's just normal for us, but this is not a normal thing to say. I really want to break this down. Listen to what he says right here.
It's the only thing I don't have control of. It's the only thing that's not great about this show, that we need a certain amount of money to keep it going. And God damn, if I can just hit that, everything else about everything is fucking perfect.
That's what I'm saying. You don't get it. This show takes money to keep going because he has bills and life.
He just said, hold on. I got to stop you there, Patrick. He just said, if we make our goal, everything else about everything else is perfect in his life. This is a man who has a felony charge that he still hasn't been sentenced for. It's coming up on October 2nd. He's got these HROs that he's battling against you and Ricada coming up later in the month. And he just said, if I could just make my goal, everything is perfect.
He's lost a wife. He's lost co-host. He's lost a soulmate. He's lost a friend in Nick Ricada. He's lost a mentor and a coach and had to leave his gym out of shame.
He's the laughing stock of the internet. Even Royce is clowning this fucking guy, and Royce was trying to hold back. Which, by the way, I do recommend watching Royce. I believe that's on.
Did you also hear him? Did you hear him talk about the goal for the goal? His goal for the goal is to not have a goal that starts with a 3 for the morning show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That would be crazy. Our goal for the goal is always to not have it start with a 3. It's like, always?
That's a new one.
Every rule is like today he came up with it. He's like,
yeah,
we always say around here, the goal for the goal is to not start with a 3. And it's never heard that.
And my goal for the goal is to not need it anymore so that I could just not have to worry about hitting the goal.
I need a graph for this. This is too much.
Yeah, where's the chart, Moody?
Very meta.
You're taking off 2 weeks and you make a chart for this episode?
I've made a chart, but it's not released to the public. I've made 3 charts, actually.
Jesus Christ. Giving everybody blue balls over
There's
here.
so much stuff going on behind the scenes that we can't
talk about.
All right, fair enough. Elias Campos coming in. Have any of you seen There Will Be Blood? Him asking for money is like John Plainview asking for blood.
Is it Daniel Plainview? Or no, it's Daniel Day-Lewis.
I hate those guys who can't mix up the actor's name with like the person, the character that they play.
I drink your milkshake.
Send in the clip. I'll take a look at that. That sounds fun. Chris Carter coming in.
Shouts out to Moody for the corporate scrum reference.
All right.
Nice.
Someone
They
liked
got
it. Amanda Lynn Nappy.
I like to make a distinct part, then flip my rat tail up to cover it.
Yep. Nailed it.
Okay, Moody. In the retrospective today, we need to t-shirt size some gags for the next TLP. Our burn down chart looks like Aaron's dick after today's episode.
Like he's going to start talking about story points next.
This is John O'Reilly says VTL has to be the plant for New York Post story. Maybe. I will say, Howard Stern's been all over the news lately. People are talking about Howard Stern. Anytime I put out a video about it, people are watching it. And the fact that 2 former Howard Stern employees are entering in a lawsuit together right now is good timing.
I mean, even Opie's getting 12,000 views on videos.
Dude, he is fucking buying views. I have Anthony Kubi on the show tomorrow, and a viewer sent in a very autistic, Moody-esque research paper that proves that Opie is buying
like
views.
40 likes and 11 comments on 12,000 views. It's like, yeah, right.
It's also wild because he'll go live and he'll have, 20 viewers, and then he'll have 12,000. And then after 3 days, it's 12,200.
200.
Yeah, it's like, this is not how YouTube works at all. A Geezer says, Aaron's take on your lawsuit should make Lauren suicidal. So going back to that Lauren Michaels
can't
thing.
Make money off people's likeness and name and image. And that's SNL's.
Oh.
Wait till the news hears about this. You can't talk about people.
No, his take is really dumb. He really doesn't. I love the fact that he would go on there and go, yeah, man, I knew this would happen. I knew they'd get sued for this. He's a fellow broadcaster. He should be concerned about this.
Is John suing Great Day Palm Coast or whatever that morning show he was on for using his name, image, and likeness? Fuck.
Dude.
Dude, that's serious.
I don't want to comment on it. Never mind. I have some thoughts, but I'm not free to discuss this right now.
Gotten Carl to shut up.
I can't discuss this right now.
Got him.
I'm gonna have a lot. We'll have a lot to talk about soon. I'm looking forward to it. Amanda Lynn Nappy coming in. Sorry they're not all gems, Carl. If I take the time to punch up the jokes, I'll miss the show. I pay because I'm entertained. If I can pay $200 for a stupid woke movie at the Sphere, I can definitely give money to y'all. You never have to apologize for bad jokes. I don't. But thank you very much.
What movie did you buy at the Sphere? Or was that the Earth Experience or whatever their default demo movie is? at the
Aren't the
Sphere.
Backstreet Boys playing there? Or
Backstreet Boys
performing
are playing there, and now they've got the Wizard of Oz. They had AI like complete the rest of the scenery in all of Wizard of Oz, so they can play it in the Sphere now.
No
Are
shit.
you gonna go see
Yeah.
it? It looks cool.
That sounds
definitely
interesting.
not.
Backstreet Boys is the worst musical act for that place. Of all the fucking things I'd want to see there, all the psychedelic and all the bands with visuals and
I've yet to go. I've not been to it yet. There's got to be
someone's
something
a poor.
Yeah, I am fucking poor, and there has to be something to really draw me down there. I don't know. It's like
I would have gone to see Fish there when they were playing. Also,
oh, God, how do they? Does it even end? Are they still there?
No, it never ends. It ends when you obviously fall off your trip and just decide to leave.
Well, maybe
Basically.
if the owner of the Sphere files an HRO against you, Patrick, you'll go and check it out.
Yes.
This is where he works.
Finally, a plaintiff my side.
All right, guys. Have we said all there is to say? Is there anything else that you guys had in your notes that you wanted
Might
to?
start showing the Wizard of Oz on my stomach and just book tickets for that. Just have a competitive.
It's so immersive. I feel like I'm in the movie. That's not the worst idea.
The mini Sphere.
Hey, a few more of those 20s. I'm a happy pig.
That's right. Thank you,
Which
Aaron.
one's the mini?
That's the first time you've been called mini in your life.
I was assuming that one would become the mini.
Well, if you stand closer, Patrick,
All right, let
bigger.
Carl get out of here. I'm sure he's got a play to go to, or he's got tickets for community theater, or Corey Feldman's doing a violin workshop.
I'm sorry I do things outside of this little piggy that upsets you so much.
I felt like an idiot because Carl texted me this past weekend commiserate about lawyers, and I was like so out of the. I was like on the beach. I think that's when I woke up with the sunburn. Actually, Carl. I was like,
Oh, good. I saved you. I think.
Yes. But I was like, no, I have no idea what's going on. And then, the couple days later, I listened to the whole thing, and it's bananas. I thought it was so great that Aaron's take on it was like, what a well-written complaint. And it's like everyone's take on that was like, this is AI hallucinating. It's like the same point 300 times. It's like we heard you about Dabble House,
but even the definition of dabble was wrong.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's trying to gaslight the people about what dabble means.
It wasn't wrong. He doesn't want to admit what it means. It's like when Aaron does I'm the puppet master and I made you all do that.
Mm-hmm.
I made you get an HRO. What?
But it shows how territorial Aaron is. So if something bad happens to a person he doesn't like, then whatever that is good.
Yeah. It's a zero sum.
The fact that like when Alex Jones was sued for $1 billion, my first thought is, well, that's terrible. Because I also talk into a microphone and I don't want to be sued for $1 billion. So what the fuck is this all about?
We see it here on our side too. People like Aaron's going to jail. Aaron's going to eat that felony. It's like, I don't believe any of that. And people go like, Aaron's going to get arrested for making false claims to the court on these HROs. It's like, I don't believe any of that.
No.
Like just because it doesn't happen. Like,
but if there was,
I'm realistic about it. They are frivolous. They are ridiculous.
So
but
much.
Aaron's not going to jail about it.
There's so much that doesn't or shouldn't happen that's been happening with Aaron. Like this is a shooting star. This is a weird comet. This is not something that comes around very often. So yes, in most cases, someone will have release conditions that they don't violate because they know better and they have some sort of self-preservation. Aaron doesn't have that.
Aaron is, for lack of a better allegory, he's magic beans. He's something that looks plain and looks worthless, but when you plant them, what grows out of these things is fucking insane to watch. And it's a moonshot. It's a once in a lifetime.
Right.
What's occurring from, again, beige beans.
Yes.
He's magic beans.
Right. It's like, how does someone, I've said this before, but like, how does someone get to their mid to late 30s living a somewhat normal life and then it just suddenly starts to fall apart? Like this is and to have it be done in such a public way and for it to keep going, like he He doesn't get burnt by the fire once and goes, okay, I'm not going to touch that again.
Moody, I don't
going back.
I think his life has always been a train wreck like this. Like we know all about like having a kid after he's already cheating on his wife and was already ready to move on, and then he gets her pregnant, and then like he's always been making terrible decisions and fucking up his life.
Because he could have had a very good, normal, healthy life. He could have been on a radio with a family in a wholesome part of the country where his life is rich and he has all this going for him and really had an amazing life. And to watch it all just get squandered and him to keep making it worse. It's like something's burning on the stove and he won't turn it off or move the pot.
Yeah, because we pointed it out. So therefore, it's just like, that's not burning. I don't even give a shit.
My hands are fine.
I like it like that. It smells good in here. I like it like that. You're the one who's burning stuff.
But like, people get divorced. They get into legal trouble later on. I mean, Pat Dixon's been divorced 3 times. He punched
and he's got his life all figured out. Great example.
Like, I'm not talking about having your life figured out. I'm saying that that's someone who knows, like, okay, maybe it's a little far. I'm not going to get married again, and maybe I won't punch people anymore. Like, there's some pulling back that's happened there that just isn't present with Aaron. Aaron pushes forward. He doubles down every single time.
Yes.
It's different. It's what I'm trying to
say. He's a dumb idiot. Well, you know what it actually comes back to? And I shouldn't just say he's an idiot. He actually is irrational. He's emotional, as Coach Scott was saying. He's a very emotional guy who lets his emotions control his behavior, and that's why he makes terrible decisions. Because a rational person wouldn't do these things.
Yeah, and his sense of vengeance and the fact that he thinks people should be punished.
That's emotion. Yeah.
At the start of every episode of Steel Toe, it starts with a monologue with a guy loading up like firearms, talking about how people need to be punished outside the bounds of the law.
That's weird. Mine's just like goofy voices and people saying silly things.
But like, also, like any psychologist would go, like, you're with a woman currently who you've run back to after every one of your marriages has failed, and you've convinced yourself that this is your first real mature relationship. It's not even your first relationship with this woman.
Right.
Like, this is not.
And she's the one who had to tell him how to have a mature relationship. She was the one who's just like, we have to see each other every night, Aaron. We can ease into this.
Because now when they go out to the neighbor's house for karaoke, he fingers her in the butt.
It's just like how his daughter had to his daughter had to teach him about how to put mashed potatoes on spicy food to not make them spicy. Like, women are teaching this man lessons.
Who knew?
His whole life.
Who knew you could do that?
Hey,
there's still 1,300 people in here watching. You could possibly hit the like button. That'd be cool if you did that. It'd help the algorithm.
I gotta go. There's an update available for my Tesla. Can we wrap this up?
Maybe even subscribe. Oh, Mandelman Nappy says, yes, the sphere is cool, but Postcard Earth sucked. So you called it.
Yeah, that's the like demo they do to like show off the sphere. I would never.
I'm sure it doesn't suck. It's probably kind of cool, right?
It's like volcanoes and starfish.
I like volcanoes and starfish. What's wrong with that?
I bet you do.
Oh, before I do this,
and
before I play that, I should just say thank you so much, Moody, for being here.
Yeah,
Patrick Melton. Nobody likes. Oh, yeah, Moody's out for the next 2 weeks, so enjoy Moody while you can. Here it is.
I'll be doing a show tonight. We'll go early. Be ready for it.
Yay!
Very good.
Megan's going to be my co-host tonight. Should be good. I'm stealing her back.
Nice.
I'll be in the chat.
This song, by the way, just before, Aaron refused to play it. He started it. He heard his voice on it, and he's like, "Can't play that. It makes fun of me." But this would have been the easiest thing to incorporate into his show. Any amateur and above broadcaster would.
A couple months ago, he used to let people send in AI songs making fun of him, and he would laugh along with them. But I guess he's not
like his intro, right?
I guess his mental space is not receptive to this now.
DJ Dabble's rules. Who are these podcasts are going to be live at Chrissy Mayer's Content Hotel September 5th?
I don't
Get your
care.
Tickets. It's very rude. Get your tickets at WATVlive.com. Jesus fucking go ahead, Moody. I'll stop my plug. I'll stop my fucking plug on my own damn channel.
WATVlive.gg/ticket.
Someone get that.
WATVlive.com for tickets. We'll have
Magic Bag at the
great
Dante Castle.
Magic Bag's been sold out for
Roma
weeks.
Magic Bag.
Is this not a more memorable plug, Carl, when it goes wrong?
Someone's typing in the wrong URL. They're ready to buy 17 tickets, and they're like, I can't find it. Never mind.
But now they'll be like, hey, remember that fight that they had about the plugs?
I was going to hit you up privately, but now since you're here, I'm actually going to be in the area. Can you get me into the Magic Bag? Is there a back door? Could you sneak me?
Are you really going to be in Detroit?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll definitely get you in.
I'm not going to be in Detroit. I'll be in the area, but I'll make the trip to Detroit.
Sweet. Yeah, looking forward to that. That's always a really fun weekend in Ferndale.
When is that happening?
That is September 12th.
Oh, yeah, I won't be there.
No one cares.
Did I invite Moody? What the fuck just happened?
I'm just telling you, I won't be there. If someone's hoping,
and I won't be there if Moody's there. So
right, yeah, no, that's fine.
I've got an international flight in like 9 hours. But
we're not. All right, Moody, I'll give you a pass. We're not promoting the Magic
Bag. We're on
an
island. Everything's an international flight.
Good point.
We don't have national flights. There's nowhere to go.
There are 2 islands. There are national flights.
You want to fly to another place in New Zealand? Why?
It's beautiful.
Anyway. So Magic Bag is sold
Rochester.
out.
What the fuck? Where are you from?
Yes, they call it the gateway to Canada.
I'm from a whole country with all these like cities and places to be. What are you talking about? Okay. We have more things than just sheep around here. It's amazing. It's fun stuff to do. Oh, Moody's getting upset with me. I'm kidding, dude. New Zealand looks amazing. It's fantastic. WTPLive.com, September 5th.
Gonna take 2 weeks off because of this. Fuck you, Carl.
Fuck you, Moody.
Let's have a wonderful, wonderful show. Sorry for the choppy start. $200. $200 is today's goal. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that stuff. Gifted membership. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that. I think we've earned it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that stuff. Gifted membership. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that. Thank you so much. Hey guys, 115 away. I fucking hate missing Thursday goals when we've been perfect all week. Perfect all week. And we've been perfect all week. Perfect all week. We gotta hit a goal now. I have become invested. We gotta hit a goal now. I have to base myself. We gotta hit a goal now. I'm rattling the can. We gotta hit a goal now. I'm begging for this one. If I would just let it go and go, well, you know, you win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. I didn't take that time in bed. Now I'm going, God, I fucking hate this part of my kid. Fucking hate this part of my kid. Sure would be nice if all of us who claim to love the show throw in a few dollars and knock it out, knock it out. Sure would be nice if all of us who claim to love the show click one of the links. It's not that hard. You got Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that stuff. Gifted membership. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that. I think we've earned it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that stuff. Gifted membership. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that. Thank you so much. The problem with a great artist is he never figures out the money part. I'm a brilliant man, but the money has to come with the brilliance. And again, it's not parody, it's not a bit, it's not a gimmick, it is a real fucking deal. The problem with a great artist is he never figures out the money part. I'm a brilliant man, but the money has to come with the brilliance. And again, I'm sorry, I just went back to the chat and nothing, not a damn thing. We got 10 minutes left. Can we rally? Little something, we'll drop. $115 miss, not okay, not okay. It is bad. I'm so happy going into today's show. I'm like, it's been perfect. They've been hammering it out. Oh, fuck. You gotta remember, we have psychotic soccers watching. If he misses mine, life gets better. I mean, it won't, but still, I would like to hit the goal just because it's good for the show. And I need to do the bag today, so. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that stuff. Gifted membership. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that. I think we've earned it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that stuff. Gifted membership. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all of that. Thank you so much. Boy, he didn't do too bad, did he?
I don't know how I ended up with this layout, but Dr. Steve actually just put in a super tip for us over here.
Sorry, the show is ending. I was trying to do a Maori super tip for Moody. Check out stuff.doctorstve.com for Wet Brain, the card game, and Dabble Dice. Oh, hi, Mr. Melton.
That was a banger.
Let me hit that one. I know, and that sound great. Let me hit that one more time for Dr.
Sorry, the show is ending. I was trying to do a Maori super tip for Moody. Check out stuff.doctorstve.com for Wet Brain, the card game, and Dabble Dice. Oh, hi, Mr. Melton.
Well, cup high, Dr. Steve. Thanks for the thought.
Stuff.drsteve.com, I believe, is the URL that he was promoting. All right. So anyway, I'm going to be live at Chrissy Mayer's content.
There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe